What's good, everybody? Welcome to the first ever Max Mode Guilty Gear Strive Top 8. Hope everybody's been having a good evening. Hope you are staying dry because, good Lord, it's a hurricane over here. More ways than one. Vector Spectre alongside Zohma over here. Who's going to be doing a little bit of hopping around from what I've been hearing.
Yep. Unfortunately, nobody could knock me out before I got to top 8, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of double time here. But hopefully I can switch between high-level play and high-level analysis alongside Vector right here. So we'll see how it goes.
We keep telling people, y'all sleep on commentators. People talking about commentators can't play the game. What do y'all know?
Yeah, what do you do? I don't want to know. My Twitter's right down here. I want, y'all cannot come into my Twitter and tell me commentators can't play because, hey, but then I'll say that and then I'll lose round 1 in top 8. But hopefully that doesn't happen.
Oh, just got to do a little bit of that action. But
nice wood here.
A really dang good top 8 we got kind of coming up here. I've been catching a couple of the sets here and there, and there's been some good ones.
Yeah, there's a bunch of definitely a lot of local talent here that has just been, thriving in terms of the local scene, playing at different venues like 404 and stuff like that. And seeing them all congregate here in the one setting for Max Mode has been so good. And we're going to see a lot of them in this top 8. We've got a lot of Biken players that are strong in this region. We've got Nago. We've got Crescendo, who is, one of the better players, one of the better geos that you'll see in this side of the pond. So we're in for some real good games from some real good players throughout this top 8.
Absolutely. And then, speaking of local players, y'all got ChrisG to show up?
Yeah. Doing every tournament, basically. Every tournament. So
come all the way down to Atlanta, run the marathon? God damn.
The entire marathon. I saw ChrisG have a stream up where he was doing 7 hours of prep across 5 different games. And so I was just like, you know what? If this is what it takes, but hey, it's crazy to see Romanova playing Tekken as well. So we've got some heavy hitters in multiple games. So Max Mode, don't just watch today, watch the whole weekend because there's a whole lot of amazing people, a whole lot of amazing players throughout all the games. But keep it locked for this Guilty Gear Strive Top 8 that we are going to get into pretty soon.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's looking like we're going to be kicking off with Sid and Rem. And you got any kind of notes, anything to kind of add?
So I've actually played a lot of games against both of these players. Sid is a Mei player, and recently got the chance to play against him, and very solid in terms of understanding how the character works in certain matchups against different characters. Has very good base knowledge of the game, and then also just very tricky stuff that they can just lay on players in the middle of the moment, so it can be hard for them to react to. But on the other side, Rem is just a menace of a Nago player and can also opt into the Biken if he so chooses, but Nago is his mainstay. Very aggressive player, and if you give him an inch, he will take a mile. So it'll be very interesting to see if people can sort of adapt to that extremely aggressive play style in the best of 5. But I'm very interested to see how it plays out.
There will be blood.
Oh, for sure.
Bare minimum.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, Nago, Blood Gauge, I see what you did there. There you go. See, we're already on 10 with the commentary. So these players are going to be on 10 hopefully these players are going to be, hopefully. I know that these players are going to be 10 with these games. So we're locking in the characters right now. Don't know if we're going to get a button check between the two. Rem usually doesn't ask for it, but we'll see. All right, sounds like we're not getting a button check. We're just going straight into it. We're just getting right into Duel 1.
Beautiful world we live in.
Yes.
You ain't got to worry about that extra time.
Yep. So, if you get the wrong button, if you assign the wrong button on your burst, that's on you. You just got to hold that real quick. So I know on my part that so you said you've walked around, watched a bunch of games. So what have you been able to see from everybody so far throughout this tournament?
Honestly, kind of just a good bit of aggression, but also just kind of that matchup knowledge kind of being a little bit more on point. I'm seeing things getting called out here and there that I wouldn't typically kind of, see kind of elsewhere, especially for some of our local players from Bama that made that made the trip up. Getting put in some situations that they ain't typically accustomed to.
Yeah, it's true.
So,
I think it kind of speaks to the amount of really talented players and really knowledgeable players that are in this region. You have so many people who just have such a deep understanding of the game, if not just a deep understanding of their own characters, and being able to, you know, put other players under pressure in a best-of-5 situation and tell them, all right, the onus is on you, the mental burden is on you to figure out what I'm doing, because I know the game plan that I'm running. It's up to you to get yours going, but I'm not going to let you have it your way.
Right. As kind of just what I'd imagine we may be seeing in this matchup, that whole game of chicken. Who's going to be the first to kind of get out of the way? Who's going to get pushed to the side?
If I could have a bet real quick, I think Rem is going to open with round start 6H or round start DP, because he does that a lot. And I think from that moment, Sid will understand what type of set he'll be in for. But who knows, as we get into Sid versus Rem in winter semifinals, we will see what the first interaction is and what we're going to be in store for. But I know it's going to be a good set regardless.
I'm hyped. Yeah, leading things off here. And some patience round start.
Yeah, just opting for the safe 5K option, but Sid able to get them into the corners and forcing Rem to pop the burst early.
Oh, yeah, nice. Getting out of dodge here.
All right.
Oh!
Yeah, clone pressure, so hard to deal with anywhere on screen. And anywhere on screen can be a corner carry into a wall break. Not a hard knockdown, though, so Sid does get to breathe a little bit of life here, but the time is ticking.
Yeah, and that blood gauge is just continuing to kind of drop. So a little bit more real estate to work with for Rem here.
There we go, and now just using that real estate, closing in on Sid's territory, throwing out the huge 2S.
Defend on the 2H. That was sick.
There we go. Okay. Oh, blood is going to pop, but not going to be able to punish it, so now Sid's going to have to hold some serious pressure.
Oh, yeah, and that chip just added up real dang quick.
Yep, the helmet's coming back on there. Ooh, nice avoidance on the White Wild Assault.
Yep. Woo, that's tricky.
Oh, was almost 2 for 2 blocking the 50-50 mid-screen, but not able to block that low, so Sid is going to take round 1 here in game 1.
Oh, that was the clutch one. Lord knows I ain't blocking that first setup.
Oh, no, like I don't think anybody would blame you for not blocking that. It's very hard, and it's what carried Sid all the way to the top 8, but he's going to get carried all the way to the corner for a knockdown and potentially a second one.
Yeah. Pops. What do we do? Oh, what does? Good block, though.
But had the meter to make it safe and then just RC into some more pressure. Sid not able to contend with it, and now we're even 1 round apiece here in game 1.
Oh, that's trouble. Oh, DP round start from Rem.
Like I said, true to form. Rem just throwing out. Oh, but
there we go.
Gonna get called out with the charge 6H.
Drop the anchor, baby.
All right, first on out of there. Straight up the beach ball.
Oh, Beyblade.
Yeah, we're in there.
Downtown, and that's going to be a lot of damage on the end of it.
Yep, and a hard knockdown, too, coming after this special. So now Sid is in a bad way if he's going to try to run this game 1 back.
Yeah, this is trouble, putting it plainly.
And that positive bonus is coming up. You've got Chip. You got one more guess you got to make, but YRC is going to help you with some time.
Yeah. It looked like we were trying to get an RRC from Ren's side, but just a little bit late. But it is still going to be getting the job done.
Yep, that Fukio just coming in there, getting that low. They take that game 1 to go up early in the set. So we saw a little bit, we saw a healthy balance of both patience and aggression from the round start DP to just sort of feeling out what Sid wanted to do in neutral. So Rem displaying a healthy amount of balance in his game plan here.
Absolutely. I think Sid early on in that first game was able to kind of play around that range a little bit more, be able to get some more nonsense going off knockdowns, but at some point those longer buttons that Rem had,
like that one right there,
making a huge difference. Nice setup off the 2S.
There we go. We're getting in there. Might have been looking for a bite, but you're going to get it right there.
Oh, back dash out though. I like it.
All right, now we're getting the party started a little bit there. BRCing on out of there, but that's not going to keep you from getting counter hit by that big old anchor and taking you through the wall. Soft knockdown, though, so we're going to return right back to neutral.
Yep. Oh, got tagged, though, just in range.
Oh, and just enough, too, to get the wall break to secure the round. Rem firing on all cylinders to start off this set.
Yep. No fear.
You block 1-6P and then just look at what happens to you. You're already in the corner.
Yeah, that is impressive right there. Yeah, okay, and then another 2H. It kind of takes away a lot of those options that May has on like the approach.
Yep.
Especially you get that blood gauge stocked up.
I was going to say that blood gauge was stocked up too, but he was just doing such a good job managing it, backing off a little bit, letting it trickle down, and then being able to still have the presence of mind to take game 2 with some well-placed offense.
I mean, that's the sign of a vampire with some good kind of working brain cells.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
How well can you kind of manage your resources? You know, can you really kind of like toe that edge between having the benefits of that blood gauge versus going just a little bit too far and making it pop?
Yeah, because that could just spell disaster for you. But the one that seems to be on the edge of disaster here is Sid, as the blood plop is going to go right into his face. Tap dust RC. We've seen that in game 1, and we're going to see a similar situation with a wall break going far left field.
Yeah. Oh, and the Beyblade on the other end of it. Now, I like the setup on that. Use that command dash to get in, get the pop on it, as opposed to kind of having to risk something else. So, you know, really well thought out.
Yep. Wild Assault going to be able to use he's going to be able to use Wild Assault to get the hard knockdown here. So maybe Sid being able to get something started here.
Did that combo really just take 50%? That's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, we're dealing with 2 very high damage characters. Didn't even really need the super there. Could have just done 6H, but kind of wanted to just send the message that I am not out of it yet.
Points proven.
There we go. But he just said, you can take that point and shove it because I got white Wild Assault and I got you in this corner wall stuck, and now you're going to have to play my game. We're back in neutral, baby.
Ooh, there we go. Got the bait for the 2H, but not able to really get a whole lot off of it, though.
We're just trying to set that beach ball up, but Rem is just saying, I'll just simply block that and then start my game plan after that.
There we go.
5K. Is this going to be a round closer?
Oh, went charged dust.
Oh, but
Not
Wild Assault too.
Quite.
Ugh.
Yeah.
See it. Doesn't bite on the run up.
Oh, overhead? Oh, good block.
Yep. Knew that was +2, so didn't hit a button there, didn't get caught counter hit. Oh, dang. And going to poke him right out of the air with the air to air. That's going to be a strong 3-0 from Rem to start out top 8 here. But credit to Sid. We're going to see some more of him in losers, but man, we already saw Rem just show complete control, complete confidence in that matchup throughout that entire set.
Yeah, no, that is a problem right there. Like outside like that opening round or two, you never really had much of a chance to see Sid kind of get that game plan going, to really start getting that really degenerate May nonsense.
Yeah, it's just, finish it up.
You know, like that's just a credit to just having some good defense and having just that little bit of disrespect enough to really make it work.
Right, exactly. Because you know, in the heart of hearts between both of these characters, and really a lot of characters in the cast, really, it's just they want to make sure that they're the ones playing the game. They want to be starting their game plan and not let the other one go. Because the minute that you let somebody, start rolling that snowball down the hill, it turns into an avalanche real quick. And you saw that when Nago and Rem were able to just convert the slightest interactions into huge corner carry, huge damage, and enable them to take the set in such a strong fashion.
Yeah. You blink, and you did.
Yep. So I think up next we're going to have Crescendo and ChrisG, both of them sitting down in the chairs as we speak. I think this is probably going to be a really good set. I mean, you already know about ChrisG, so.
I am hype. Didn't get to catch like the entire set, but heard some axle mirrors get kind of going down, and that does my heart good, honestly. Like,
I think a lot of people would disagree with you, but I'm here with you. I'm here with you on that. Like I think it's cool seeing a couple of axles just being underrepresented, but then just go off or go against each other in a high level setting. So.
Right. Like it just seems like it just has that sort of anime JoJo kind of feel. It's just that both players are playing Dio. Time freeze.
One vision, baby. So yeah, we're gonna see ChrisG on the axle and then Crescendo on the other side. We mentioned one of the better Geos that you're going to see on this side of the pond, and I've gotten to play against Crescendo a fair bit. The guy is a Street Fighter player in disguise. Like, his shimmy is unbelievable, and if you guys know anything about Geo, if she makes you guess wrong on strike throw, you are having a horrendous time. If not, the round's probably over in like 5 seconds. So
God, it really is. Like, and that's kind of been the problem. From day one, like, even like some of like the Geos we got local, like it's just there's just a speed that's kind of added to that guessing game that just makes it so much tougher.
Yep. And then also in this matchup in particular, her having such a great step dash to deal with Rensen pressure and slowly inch her way in better than most characters can is going to give Crescendo a little bit of room to work to get his offense going. But we'll see if ChrisG, fighting game veteran of his own right, you might have heard of him.
Gets around.
Yeah, he gets around. But we'll see if he has a game plan for Crescendo. But winter semifinals here. Let's see what we got.
All right, here we go, baby.
I think we got a button check.
For a second there, I thought maybe we were trying to catch something out of a gold burst. I was like, wait, you got that?
I was like, like, see what was going. I was kind of just like, okay, this is a bit of a wild start to things, but let's go.
Would have been the most hype button check of 2024.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Just see two people run across the thing and then just boom, gold burst. And we'd be like, oh my gosh, what is going on? What's going on? What are these people doing?
I mean, and let that be said, like, never not be hyped.
Oh, absolutely.
At the end of the day, that's the goal.
I came in here at like 3 p.m. They were running the Tekken Tag tournament or the Tekken 3v3 tournament, and I heard the crowd pop already that early, and I was like, oh yeah, we're in for a good event. We are in for a great event.
I'm so dang excited.
Max Mode is just it's just been such a delight to see everybody congregate in the space, share a love of fighting games, and just celebrate each other as we all share this common interest, share this hobby, and then just, be able to put on events like this. It's just so good.
And to do it in Atlanta, no less.
Oh, for sure.
It's been a minute.
A hot minute. So now we are good to go.
Yep. Oh, trade definitely in ChrisG's favor there, starting things off. Yep.
Not afraid, though. Going to get the run-up 5K. Now putting ChrisG in the corner. Wild Assault to keep the pressure going.
Woo! You have to hold that. That risk gauge getting real dang high right now. But, okay, nice.
Yeah,
working the 6 feet.
That's going to buy him a little bit of time for that risk gauge to go on because Crescendo was cranking that like it was the Soldier Boy. But now we're going to YRC on out of there. But ChrisG is just opting to say, it's not your turn, son. And we're going to take this round by just sitting pretty with the Axel Bomber.
Yeah. I mean, those things hit really dang hard.
They sure do.
Oof.
All right, using Rensen.
Yep. Got pulled in.
Oh, but that 2D counter hit is going to be a very good way for Crescendo to get going here in this round.
Yep. Had to hold everything after. And I like just kind of just trying to hold that mid-screen. But ChrisG doing a good job of just kind of just pushing away, creating some space to get out that corner.
Oh, wow. That's how we feel. Just sees the Chave and just lets it rip on the super, already letting it known that he sees the gaps, he sees the frames.
Oh, but we got tagged, though.
Yeah. Yeah, what you're going to see is a little bit of blue and black as you're going to get kicked straight to the dome and get Crescendo round 2 here.
Yep. I mean, might have lost the round, but ChrisG absolutely planting a seed there. Yep. You got to be cautious with your buttons or else I'm going to go in with that.
Yep, you already saw him just say, hey, there's a little bit of a gap here for me to get the back throw incident started. Let's go ahead and let's cause your burst to go bye-bye for the rest of this round.
I like that. PRC right into a cross-up? Okay.
And some decent corner carry here to get that strike throw game going. But ChrisG just running up and responding so well.
Oh, got the backdash out, though.
Not able to get a kill from the combo, but we're going to set them right back into an advantageous spot for Axel so we can set up this Rensen game.
Oh, dive kicks out? Okay, but no. Got caught in time. Recovery, a little bit too good there.
Oh, just going to Rensen right to catch the spiral arrow and take game 1. But yeah, we saw a little bit of an ebb and flow, tug of war between the two, just trying to establish their respective games. And yeah, ChrisG able to just slightly take the edge there, but Crescendo showing he's more than comfortable trying to get in on him.
Yeah. And it's going to be a tricky part because, I mean, Crescendo could get in, but the bigger question is Crescendo going to be able to stay in? And that's going to be a challenge, if I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, and you already got the counter hit, the bait on the burst, the RC. Man, send him right through here. And the best part about Axel in this matchup, too, and really most matchups, as we get air thrown out of there, excuse me as I was about to talk about Axel, but he doesn't really need that Wild Assault on hard knockdown, but he's going to need to guess right on this corner pressure as he's going to get sent through the wall with Wild Assault, so that is a hard knockdown.
Yeah, I failed that pop quiz. Just the delay on that air dash there. I was so convinced I was going to see low, and then I got fooled.
Yeah, Crescendo's bag is deep. You think of Geo being a pretty linear character, just trying to set up that close slash strike throw pressure, but in certain situations, Crescendo just has a wealth of options that he pulls from to keep you guessing.
Oh, nice throw break there.
Oh, whiffs on the throw there too, but not going to get punished for it, but is going to have to hold a lot of mix.
Yep. And all of that, hey, you can't check it. Oh, the shimmy. Oh, but I like that call.
Yeah,
Got yourself out of danger with the bar.
Yep, PRC just to keep yourself from exploding, because that was about to happen. That shimmy was about to cost you a lot of health, but we are back to neutral.
Yep. And back to an ideal axle range right now.
There we go.
Oh, yes.
Wondering when that first command grab is going to get popped.
Oof, it's going to happen.
Oh, but I know another inevitability is just getting counter hit by Geo close slash. It's just inevitable with this character.
And we're going to let it rip.
Oh, but that's going to drop, but you're going to keep it safe. Unfortunate spin in the meter, but you do what you got to do.
Wow. Yeah, unfortunate. That was absolutely going to be the game there. Oh, and the burst. Oh, this is some dangerous waters right there. You got to make sure you got this game, and Crescendo manages to pull it off.
Yeah, the shimmy neutron coming in a clutch right there, true to form, showing that Street Fighter-esque play style to get those counter hits and make that game go quicker than than ChrisG wanted it to.
You got to love that self-confidence. It's like, hey, I know if I drop this, I'm in trouble. I ain't dropping this.
Yeah, Crescendo has been around the block a few times with this character, and you're going to see ChrisG go around the world in 60 days as he gets sent through the wall. Hard knockdown once again, wild assault. Pop quiz time, fuzzy overhead.
Oh.
You guessed wrong, son, but you got burst to help you get a second chance at the assessment.
There we go. Extra credit.
Yeah, get that retake. Oh, the command grab, just as I was mentioning, but not going to pop one vision off of it. Just content to go right back to Rensen range.
Yeah, the more that ChrisG can do to just create that extra space, or at the very least limit Crescendo from being able to stay in his grill.
Yeah, but that JD is going to find its way in and then find his way in without even setting up any normal. It's just going to run up and throw and catch ChrisG falling asleep at the wheel to take the round.
I mean, to your credit, you did say that Crescendo was a Street Fighter player in disguise.
Yeah, he does play a little bit of Kimberly in 6. We might actually see him later on this weekend playing some Street Fighter 6, so I'm not sure. I got to ask him about that later. But right now, he's just making sure that he is running his game in this game.
Absolutely. And there's plenty more throw loops where that came from.
Here we go. Now it becomes real scary. Chave right in the face, threatening the command dash, the plus frames, but just going to sit there. Tapped us. We are in there. We're going to get some real nice damage here.
I can't help but wonder if the orange wild assault was enough to camouflage the dust there.
It might have been. And look, tap dust is always a tricky situation, but when Crescendo hasn't really threatened that this entire set until popping it just then, I told you the bag runs deep. And if you get your hand caught in the cookie jar, that'll happen to you.
Oh, the throw tech manages to catch ChrisG out, though.
We're still going to get it going here. Oh, ChrisG able to get himself a little bit of time, but how much time does he have?
Okay. Yeah, that's an uphill battle.
Yeah.
Didn't have too much more bar to barrier. Yeah.
Yeah, that Geo pressure was just going to keep going and going. Axel not really able to have a reversal of his own, no meterless DP, and he was using that resource to sort of FD and give himself a chance, but Crescendo not giving him any room to breathe, resource or no resource.
Woof. Oh, I like the call, adding in the drop kick on the air approach, but good looking out from Crescendo.
623S to catch Axel out of the air.
Woof.
Pop the burst to make the situation any worse. But it is going to get a little bit scary when you've got Chave into Sepultra into a 5H kill. Crescendo smelling blood in the water.
Major key right there. Yeah, this is looking like it's really not going ChrisG's way right now. This is some trouble that Crescendo is putting forth.
Yep, and if you're on the other side of this player couch, you are feeling great about everything going on. You have ChrisG guessing all kinds of wrong as you're just able to run your strike throw game to perfection. Interesting not going for the super there. Might not have thought it would kill.
Yeah. No!
Oh, that is unfortunate. We've got a controller situation.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Crescendo was closing in on that round too. Let's see what they what they opt to do here. TO coming over. Man, that would be a rough way to go out.
Right? Oh.
It's looking like they're talking it through. They're saying they just want to play it through, I guess.
Letter red. Fair play.
Yeah, I can't read lips, but it seems like ChrisG is kind of on one end saying, hey, like, we're okay to just let it go, but Crescendo wants to make sure he's running it by the TO.
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I get it. Anywhere else, I'd kind of just take it easy, be like, hey, whatever, let's do the thing. But top 8.
Yeah, on stream, too.
On stream.
Yeah, that's just so unfortunate, man. But we've seen it happen time in and time out, Them PS4 controllers, they can be a bit of a menace. But it looks like we're going to let it rock.
Okay, back to it. We'll just call that, a little bit of a time skip. It's a world of moment.
There you go. A little bit of a time manipulation there on the YRC. And the Gold Burst, just spending all the resources to give yourself a chance here. ChrisG is on tournament point, though, or on winner's point, so we'll see. Belongs to 6-speed with both PRC.
Alive.
All right, JS going to send them right back in Rensen range, but Crescendo just going to spiral arrow on in their wild assault and just close the set 3-1. Controller malfunction or no, it just seemed like Crescendo was in control of the situation throughout the entire set.
Yep. And again, kind of early on, ChrisG able to kind of keep control of things a little bit better, but just that storm a little bit too much to weather. Heck of an effort, not gonna lie, but yeah, that girl and her dog a little bit too much to put up with. And coming up next, we got a little bit of a substitution coming in.
Hello.
Checking into the game.
It's Risky Sweep here. Binding my time. Binding my time with Vector Spectre. How are you doing?
I am doing good. It is a pleasure as always, sir. I'm guessing that little time freeze thing that we had with the controllers was enough to get you in.
Enough of a Okay, good. All right. Hello, testing 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that, everyone. We had a, the reaction that the computer had to me re-entering the stream again. Decided that's like, no, I had this Risky Sweep guy on Melty Blood earlier. I don't want to deal with this person anymore. And I'm dealing with all this good Strive game knowledge in here. And like, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna write in my live journal. I'm gonna write on Twitter. I'm just gonna stop for a while. I'm doing the veg out. So the stream decided, take a break a little bit. So we're back. We're live. Hopefully you out there are seeing all this. Hope you're having a good time. Sorry about the delay. And if you're in the chat and you're seeing this and people are like, I can't see the screen, tell them to refresh on that. But I'm Risky Sweep. Vector Spectre, how's it going?
Pretty well. Some weird nonsense going on, so I can't be convinced that, we've got some Ghostbusters kind of stuff going on. But
we are definitely haunted, so.
But things are going good, though. Already been some good sets, top 8 for those that have been kind of sticking around, hanging around.
Okay.
So I can't complain.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, just like been here since about 4 when it started up, and it's been pretty good time so far. We finished up some MK1 earlier. I've been browsing on the edge, trying to make sure everything is going okay with the stream and all that in between, and just kind of seeing it. And I'm just seeing some wild stuff happening in Guilty Gear. What have we seen so far?
So let me tell you, there's been Axle Mirrors, there's been Alabama just about finding their way to top 8. Y'all just saw Crescendo putting ChrisG into losers with that scary good Geo.
Yeah, 3-1 it looked like.
Yep.
So
Was an even back and forth early on, but just wasn't quite enough to keep Geo out. That's a problem.
yeah.
And the dog, too. Some Scooby-Doo kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But
I need my Scooby stacks.
anything for Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, but we got ourselves a bike and mirror happening here.
We really?
And let me tell you something out there. I was in this tournament and I almost made top 8. And what happens? I got double bikened.
Double biking.
Double the bikins, double the fun for the bikins because they both got to the top 8. So
I think I've seen that movie though, the double biking thing.
Yeah, you have to go into the back room for that one. So like usually they have the curtain and all that. So
I'm thinking of a different one. Dang.
But regardless here, we are going into the match, and we're letting the intro rock out because this is one of the best intros still in Strive.
You have to. It's so dang cool. Shout out to Toshiro Mifune.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's going to be Nano and Zohma coming up. Zohma, you've been seeing on the mic, is going to be wearing a couple different hats for a little while.
Okay.
So we'll see how long that ends up being.
Okay, it looks like Nano is on the red bike and Zohma on the pink bike in here, and early on to Yozansen to 6P.
I like the call out on that. Got just far enough, still was able to get the cross up. Like the burst, got the tether away.
Yeah, well, need to be free. No more walkies for me. Again, there's the 6P right back at you.
Yeah, a little bit predictable on the air dash in, but we're still living.
Okay. And you're tethered down. You're going to get a little combo like goes for the setup afterwards.
And the YRC to get out. I like it. So much danger in that situation against a biking. But we found our way out.
Yeah, tried to go for the counter. No can do it, but got the Tommied.
That mat was there for a good minute. It's like you go to like the rug store or something, and it's the one kind of sitting there at the back nobody wants to buy.
Yeah, it's been on sale a billion times and no one will take it. And there it comes out again.
And we're answering right back 3.
Okay, another one. More tatami mats 4.
Rolling out the carpets right now.
Going in with the 6P. You are locked down, but no loops for you on the other side.
Okay. Oh, nice. We were about to see another mat, but good interrupt. But Zohma in trouble here, though. This could be death.
That is definitely dead. We're going all the way, finishing out the wall. And a lot of good use in there, not only like the tether, but Nano was doing a lot of good use with the 6K as well. Like just kind of going in there, you propel a little bit forward, and it's just a good button.
Like that thing does things. Just the reach that you get on it.
It does everything.
The pressure that you just get to keep. Like that's a problem.
Indeed. Try to go in. No second follow-up on the grappling hook. But the big counter.
Yep.
We're going to burst that.
Okay, early on. So we got plenty of time to get that bar back.
Yeah.
The tether might have helped out Zohma a little bit. And Nano having to respond with the burst.
Okay, trying to catch up on it with the 5K afterwards here. Zohma has a chance here.
Yep. All that pressure off Tatami. And this is going to be the trickier parts of just kind of by the nature of that mirror.
Yeah. Oh, Yozansen. I love that response, actually. Using the cancel out of that to respond before the Yozansen would hit to get the corner, get that advantage on there. Very nice from Zohma.
And that kind of plays into that idea. You know, when you have that knowledge, when you know what your character is going to do, we're not trying to go down to layer 2. We're having to go to some other kind of like county.
Yeah.
And trying to deal with the layers over there.
We are going to the Taco Bell across the county line where they make the 5-layer burrito extra spicy.
They still got the chicken quesadillas over there?
Oh, my goodness.
Ooh. But right now, Nano a little bit on the back foot right now, but they do got some bar to work with. Enough burst to maybe get in like a wild assault or something, so this ain't over.
All right, catching on it. Get the throw out there. Yep. Zohma catching up. Yozansen to the back.
Yeah, I'm not reading that left right.
No,
even like I saw the tether and I still guess wrong.
No, I get to the front of it and it's like this book is read right to left like a manga. So,
that shows you how much 6P just carries me at this point.
Yeah. Okay, into the tether zone we go. catching down on it. We're still kind of stopped on. Cancel out with the PRC.
I like it. Right into throw.
Right back in. We're going for walkies.
Nano starting to cook a little bit. Yep, forcing the burst. If we can clutch the round out right now, that's going to leave Zohma at a huge disadvantage round start. But
force the burst.
Yep. I spoke too soon.
Nano coming right back at you. Yozansen to the face.
And plenty of bar to work with, but drops the combo though.
Yeah, try to run. Stopped it with the gun, with the elephant gun.
Yeah.
Not enough to kill, but good damage.
Yep, Beyblade. Again. Let it rip.
Yeah.
Oh, good check on Yozansen. No, like right as we were going downwards. But not enough to weather the storm.
Yeah, got the hit in there at the end here. Nano looking to change the tide a little bit here.
And definitely game for it from what I've been seeing so far.
Yeah, there's that counter coming out. Big damage. Go back. We're going back to the park.
Still a little bit of trouble here. Oh, went airborne. I like that call. You know, don't really got to worry about the mix if you're not there on the ground.
Yeah, right back at you there. And I'd like to point out special things with jumping heavy slash on there, like the big sword coming down. Like it's deceptive how evil that button can be on there. Right back at you with the 6P.
Yep. Oh, pulled in. Not quite good. Oh, that was so close. Spacing was just a little bit off, but that cross-up was absolutely there.
Oh, yeah, go for the counter. Yeah, forcing the burst out of there. That would have been big trouble otherwise. The 6P doesn't connect.
Still living.
Yeah.
Oh, and I like it. Snuck in to throw just in time.
We're keeping it alive. We're keeping it out there. Just a little kick for extra good measure.
Right. Final rounds. Zohma, a little bit of an advantage here. Full burst.
Okay. Immediate tech on the break there. We're getting the follow-up here. Okay. Go back to the tether.
Yep. Might as well. Oh!
Beautiful.
Held back. And sometimes back is the best button you can press.
Yeah, no, like kind of hold down, watch what your opponent's doing. Working well for Nano, but that 6P, again, the grappling hook does not connect.
Not quite, not quite. But we are at least kind of stopping this momentum that Zohma was on. And answering back right now. Oh, hold on.
Oh, hold on here.
And it caught. Might have been a button in there.
Yeah, I agree. Go ahead, finish the job. Get that 2 on the board on your favor, Nano. On there, but like that was a wild play, like just the read at that point.
And that was such a call out right there. And you know, having the bar to kind of like RC out, like, hey, you know, that does kind of work in your favor. You know, you got a block, hey, you're safe. You managed to catch something, there we go. You got that.
Yeah. Nano trying to make Zohma sit down, going in on the bottom. Got thrown right back at it. We're double tethered.
Oh, yep. Yozansen caught on the other side. Could get around here. Yep. Wild Assault, get the kill. All right. That's a solid looking round from Zohma there.
Yeah, definitely on that. Going to, Nano almost back into burst territory here.
And again, on point with the 6P. Every time there's been that little bit of separation, and Nano's had that temptation to IAD in. Zohma's been ready for it.
It's easy to IAD in like Viking 2. It's so tempting to do that, and yeah, it's been a good reaction at that point.
No question. Okay, gonna pull it. Oh, and let's go. We got those parries. Let's go.
Okay, trying to get out of the corner. There we go.
All right, and the YRC out just to try to stem some of this pressure.
Beautiful use of the PRC into the 2H on there on the follow-up, and does get the grab and the tether afterwards. And
2-2.
Here we are. We're in interesting territory, Vector.
Whew. Oh, we're going right into restart.
Yeah, no hesitation. We are just in here like this is for.
Let's go.
We have the same we ask if they want ice cream. They both say yes.
Viking hive minds.
Yeah, going in with the having the Tommy. Zohma getting the upper hand here.
Oh, and just the pressure that is on right now. Nano on the back foot right now. They got some ground to make up for.
Okay, and the big 6K DOS boot. DOS tatami sandal. I don't know what you call that.
It was weird because every other game up to this point, we've had this little dance kind of going on, this back and forth. Just, kind of respecting the gameplay. And then that round, Zohma just decided, nah, I'm just going to step on toes.
Yeah, no, then speaking of Nano's respawning in kind, we're going to break this wall, have a ton of damage on the plate, and you're not even going to be able to use that middle part of the life bar. It is going to be graded poorly by the by whatever auction site you use on that. So,
eBay?
eBay, yeah.
Oh, nice. Got the bait on the burst. Couldn't get the kill, though.
Right.
Still alive. Oh, and let her rip.
Duck hunt.
Brought the gun to the knife fight, and it paid off.
Yeah. Here we go. Final round for these two. With losers, one of these people are going to the spectators bracket.
I like that. I like that. And Zohma trying to do his dangest to make it not be him.
I try to go for the grapple hook on there, like switching on, and we are trying to slash. We're dashing, dive, boom, and you got the combo afterwards. Hello.
Got the extended mag on the gun.
Oh,
there.
the trade though. Ooh, that could have been devastating.
Okay, Tatami trying to create that wall. Oh, but got the tag. Oh, that's gonna do it. Nano.
At the very last moment, that could have gone either way.
Absolutely.
There was a moment in there where like the side switch, and they tried to use the RC afterwards to try to maintain momentum, and they was like, no. I was like, I'm not gonna let it. Had the burst sometime, made it go away, and actually was able to get the tempo back in their favor. That's insane.
That was absolutely impressive.
Well done.
And then right there at the end, no less. Trying to put up that wall with the Tatamis, and Nano just finding the crack there. So work your way through.
Indeed. But that does mean that, I said spectators bracket, but Zohma's going to be back in the commentators bracket right now, I think. Right. So I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to be taking over for our director on this. Shout out to all the production here. I know our director has been working tirelessly through the day, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you so very much here. Thank you all for listening in on this as we go. We're going to switch out. We're going to have Zohma back on here, and I bid you adieu.
Wait a minute. You gotta love May players. They ain't here for a long time, but they're here for a good time. Am I right?
So what I miss?
Well, there was this Zohma guy that was on stream.
Yeah, I heard about that guy. Seems not to be able to close out sets the way that he wants, but I mean, I think he needs to work on that bike and ditto a little bit.
But looks really dang stylish while he's doing it, though.
Yeah, I think, that was just a tough one to sort of end this run on. But you know what? I had a good run nonetheless, so it was a good time. But now I get to be back here commentating the rest of the stuff, and I can fully focus on giving y'all the commentary that you all so deserve, you lovely people in chat.
Absolutely. You went from putting on a show to putting on a show.
There you go. See, just one avenue to the next one. It's all good. But yeah, all credit to Nano, though. They definitely showed great display with the character. I think just called me out on a lot of the bad habits that I was showing, so can't be too mad at that. Can't be too mad at that at all.
Yeah, y'all both had a heck of a set there. Like, that was fun to watch. So I don't think anybody can hang their head for that one.
Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, we got another biking on the way here in Xerker, sitting across from ATLRiot. All those people I get to both people I just play so much against, and I think they also play against each other a lot too, so we're going to see a lot of familiarity between these two players. So also looks like we're going to do no button checks, so we're just going to go straight into the action.
Heck yeah.
I know you saw ChrisG on the Axle, so I bet you're excited to see a little bit more of that.
You won't hear me complain. Mostly because I ain't got to put up with it.
True enough. Yeah, we'll see. Biken has a little bit more trouble dash blocking than Geo does, so we'll see if Riot has the adaptation necessary. Both of them actually played first to 20 a little bit earlier today, and Xerker got the better of the two, but it was very, very close. So I expect nothing less here as they get into a tournament setting in the first 2-3 here in losers. We're in losers pool. We're losers top 8. So there you go.
I gotta imagine some notes being taken. You don't just play that many games with somebody and not try and take something away. So,
oh yeah. Whether it's just character matchup or just player matchup, one of the two, like they gotta have just the one note going crazy.
We may already be starting at layer 10 to kick things off.
Wouldn't expect anything less from these two.
Oh, I'm ready for it.
Hopping out, touching butterflies.
So cool.
Very cool guy.
Absolutely.
I don't feel like he's cool when I'm playing against him, but like just sitting here, I'm just like, you know what, this guy ain't too bad.
Yeah, it kind of warm up to him.
Yep. These two actually played in another Data FGC event, +2 on block. Xerker getting the better of the two, 3-2. But it was a very close set, and they were actually running it on this exact stage. So we'll see if we're just going to get deja vu here between the two.
That seems so in tune for Axel. God dang. Oh, nice. Good pickup off of that. Already off to a good start early on. We're just, trying to keep things safe here. Everybody throwing barriers around.
Yep, the Escobar going to find his way in. The tether going to stay, but we're going to pop that tether away with a burst.
Okay. Yeah, might have done Xerker more harm than good there.
Yeah, I think he was going for an air throw, but got JD to come out. So going to get counter hit there and just go right into the loving arms, or sickle, I should say, of ATLRiot, taking the game first.
Why does Rashid level 2 have to chase me everywhere? I swear. Ooh, good catch on the Yazansen. That little triangle jump back. I was not expecting that.
It is a very tricky tool. Riot himself says that he could see it 1,000 times and he will guess wrong 999 times. Ooh. So with that JS, that JS is going to try to keep the Mad Samurai Woman away from me.
And that's hard to do.
Oh, for sure. When you see a revenge bout, that must have been the 1,000th time he blocked the J Yonzansen there.
Yep. Oh, let her rip.
Let's see if he was able to pull back, though, and block it, but that's a hard punish on that super, so not going to get anything out of it.
Yeah, push back a little bit too much for that.
Yeah, I believe Biken's able to parry the second hit in between.
Yeah, there's a good delay in between.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just don't want a chance. You just might as well just block it. And then get a back throw incident here, put them into their win condition of having Axel tethered and getting the counter hit on the tatami to get the round. We are tied up 1 duel apiece as we go into duel 3.
Here we go. Yeah, it was looking pretty hairy early on, but it looks like Xerker's at least found some bit of way to work their way in, slow down some of this assault that ATLRiot's been putting on.
Yep, at least just be a cool customer in the face of adversity. Going to get the JS to get on in there, but not going to convert too much off of it.
Full screen buttons like that, and it's almost like we're watching Axel Mirrors again.
Oh, for sure. It's almost like a Sam Show game, considering that Biken is a representative in Sam Show right now. Yep. And talk to your resident Sam Show player how they feel about Biken. But I also know ATLRiot does not feel good about Biken right now as she's sending him through the wall on a knockdown. Not going to be a hard one, though, as no Wild Assault was on the table.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, but we're still sitting pretty, though. 2K2D.
Oh, the bait.
First bait. Yep.
You thought you were getting out. You thought wrong. Oh, and the guess game on the other end. Pop quiz.
Yep, we're all equal in the eyes of cross-up Yonzansen. You either block it or you don't, and more times you don't. So that's going to be how Xerker takes game 1 here in Losers Top 8.
Yep. I mean, you mentioned Sam Show. I can't help but wonder if Earthquake would be a better option right now.
Might possibly, but I think Axel is a good character against Biken. I think they go a little bit even. Neither one of them wants to operate in their respective or their opponent's respective range, because when you're up close against Biken, you take a grip of damage into a Wild Assault like you're seeing right now.
God, everything hurts. Yeah, we're sitting on Xerker 1-0 at the moment. And it may not be staying there for much longer.
Yeah, we're looking at possibly Xerker looking to go up 2-0. We're talking about smelling blood in the water. An angry samurai woman, when she sees her goals in her vision, she runs there and she takes them.
Yep. It's like we're rewatching Yojimbo or something. You kind of stack the deck, realize you got what you wanted, and now we are taking it.
Yep. Axel going to block that Yonzansen and get out of that corner pressure.
Oh!
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I respect the idea of the BRC, but Button's just writing it away for it.
Yeah, one thing ATLRiot is so good against, and I think it's just with any character, not just Biken because of the familiarity, but just so good at throwing out Axel's toolkit to be able to stuff approaches at all angles. That 5P, the Rensen, that's just everything you have to worry about at full screen.
Absolutely. And like as we saw from you, like that previous set, you know, if you're sitting on that IAD, you've got options to deal with.
Absolutely.
You know, that goes just as much for Axel as it does for another Biken.
Yep, because definitely IAD-JS is Biken's best way to get on in here. You see Xerker going for it enough, while also trying to rotate some options to keep ATLRiot on their back foot. So it's been interesting to see how they're feeling each other out here in neutral.
Oh, yeah. And it's looking like, yeah, we're kind of testing out some other hypotheses right now.
Yep,
Kind of switching up the neutral.
The lazy JH, the lazy JS's, but also just going to H-Kabari right on through the twister.
Right through it. That was awesome. I love that.
Oh, but Xerker is not going to love getting hit by that Ren-Sen counter hit because that's going to cost him to lose game 2. Riot now evening up the set. We are now in a best-of-3 situation. Loser going home. Let's see what these two pull out of their bags.
Yeah, that was a heck of a job by ATLRiot. Just hold on to not let things get too out of hand, especially after the way that game 1 ended. So anybody's guess how it goes from here.
Yep. Empty jump JS, a personal favorite of mine. Oh, but not going to get the full combo. Might have missed the tatami input there.
Oh, tried to work in, but I like that burst. No gold burst just on account of having to keep him blocked, but take it.
Yeah, it was getting scary there. It looked like Axel fell right out of the range of that 6H to hit so they could continue the combo, but Xerker able to still close it out.
And those are honestly kind of some of the trickiest situations to deal with. Because you're on the other end, you're like, oh, they dropped this. Let me try and just punish this. And then you're still getting clipped.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Because, like, there's two schools of thought when you drop a combo. You're either just like, oh, shoot, I messed up. Let me get right back on defense, just hold down back. And then Xerker there just saying, no, I'm swinging. I got the life lead. I can eat a hit if I need to.
I mean, American resets, man.
Yep, there you go. And we got the life lead right here, too. We missed an earlier wall break there after ATLRiot took another grip, another healthy helping of damage.
I do like what Xerker's doing here, just slowing down the pace, playing it patient. Oh, and going in off the explosion off gun.
Yep, using the Kenju to pop it up, but also knew that they were too close. They were going to be thrown. At the time, they're doing the work. Oh, there we go. The Yonzan-sen coming on through, the staple of the character, the signature since I don't know how when. Going to be coming in clutch here in Game 3, 2-1. Let's see if Xerker can take it to advance further on into top 8.
Yeah, definitely. Just as even as like that Game 2 was, it felt like Game 3 was kind of the opposite there.
Yeah, Xerker just, again, taking an inch and then running the mile. Yeah. Jump in, Yonzan-sen, the cross-up not going to find its mark. ATLRiot keen on the defensive end this time around. Now throwing out Renzen to try to keep Xerker out.
Absolutely. Oh, but the gun!
Yeah, you get yourself a Kenju for your troubles there. You want to do a 5P, I'll raise you a double quarter circle back P.
I love that call out. It's going to put Xerker on match point here.
Mod assault on in there, get the Escabari going.
Oh,
continue the combo. Whiffing the throw, but not able to do anything with it.
Yeah, I can't help if we were like looking for an instant overhead on that setup before, but we're still living easy though. Xerker getting the wall break. We're still in a good shape.
Oh! The BRC to further the distance, to switch up the mobility and propel him to the other side of the screen for the Yonzan-sen and propel him further into top 8 on the loser's side. He's going to take it over ATLRiot 3-1. Another strong Biken performance. Man, the Biken's running wild today. She's running wild.
Man.
I love to see it personally. Couldn't imagine why, though.
Some live, some die. It's the way of the samurai.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, ATLRiot unfortunately going to end his run on this, but hey, had a great run. Still had a great game against Xerker, but Xerker just able to just completely overwhelm him on the offensive end.
It's the way it goes sometimes. But, you know, again, you can't complain. I saw the names that were on that bracket. I saw some of these matches that were going on before. That stuff, you still making that top 8? You're still doing work.
Yeah, absolutely. You go on home. You write home to mom about it and just say, hey, mom, look, top 8 against a bunch of really good people. Nothing to complain about. Nothing to complain about. So Riot and I sitting on the outside looking in right now. But hopefully he's not hanging his head low. I think he did a really good job. Very proud of his performance today. So it's been very nice to see him throughout. He's actually the one who put me in losers, by the way. So,
you know, I appreciate the fact that you were not wishing for his doom.
No, I'm not that kind of person. I could be. I very well could be. But, like, Riot's a really good guy, really good player, too. I respect him immensely as a player in person. So
I can support that.
Yeah, so definitely sure. But I also respect Nano coming through, as they were the one that put me out the bracket. We'll see if they can do the same to ChrisG, who was sitting on the other side after taking a loss to Crescendo in winners. See if a little bit of a redemption, or if Nano can keep this streak going.
Yep. If that Geo that ChrisG had to run in earlier was a fastball, Nano's definitely going to be a changeup.
Oh, for sure.
Off speed. And shout out to our stream runners as well. I think they put the nail on the head. No button checks here, only violence about to go down.
Absolutely. We got a preview of the bike and axle matchup between the two other players, but we'll see how it runs over here. Right now, Nano just going to use Kenju to extend the pressure. Wild Assault just dumping the entire bar, the whole kitchen sink.
Those fireworks going off, and ChrisG doing just enough to watch it.
Yep, going to axle bomb them to send them right back on out, but Nano just going to run up 5P, but is going to get mashed on in between.
Yeah. Oof. We got 2Ks.
There we go. Yeah, ChrisG not phased in the presence of Biken just running up on you. A scary sight, but ChrisG, the veteran that he is, just staying composed all the while.
You got to be cool, man. And that's something that you develop over time. It's hard for people to break.
Oh, for sure. When you just have that composure, you have those tournament nerves settled in. You've been here before. You've seen it all. So it really helps you when you're dealing with aggression and adversity. As we see him just remain so composed, sticking to the game plan, the Ren-Sen setting up beautifully to take game one here in the set.
I mean, I'm convinced at this point. You show me somebody that's played Marvel, I'm convinced they just have zero fear at this point.
That game gives you so much to be afraid of. I've played a lot of different fighting games. I look at Marvel, and I just wonder how people sleep at night playing that game.
God. Like, you see some things in that game. And it just preps you for anything else that comes after.
Yeah, you become grown that day.
There we go.
We're going to get a grown woman normal here, but you're also going to get a grown man reversal right in your face saying, I'm not respecting the meaty.
Nuh-uh.
And I'm not respecting your run-up either. You're going to get a counter hit normal. Wild Assault. Axle Bomber. But again, we noted earlier in an earlier set that he doesn't really need to have Wild Assault to get that hard knockdown.
Oh, I like what Nano was going for. The cross under, teasing some ideas there, maybe an air throw on the table, and ChrisG just is like, hey, but we got that reach.
Yep. Tornado right in the face. Not going to do the set, not going to do the fake setup, just going for everything real.
Woo! IAD Yozansan, let's go.
The staple.
It goes burr. Oh,
right,
nice.
Oh, catching him asleep at the wheel. Not going to go for the Yonzansen, just the empty jump low. Kabari could have probably killed, but just.
Oh, there we go. Instant.
Hey, look, it worked against me. It's working against ChrisG, so there you go. Oh. Jump, run up, Yonzansen. 6K right to the face. Going to get the stagger from the counter hit. Not a lot from it, but going to keep them in the corner to extend this pressure. Keep ChrisG in the gauntlet.
Yep. And this bar, yep. Gonna burn it on the gun. And side swapped in the corner.
Yeah, just bursting on Nano there as Nano put themselves in the corner. ChrisG just going to allow them to play the position battle.
Yeah. Didn't really work out too poorly for Nano there, though. And they're going to take the game off of that. Well, take the round anyways.
Yeah, that's 1-1.
Perfect.
Man, yeah. I got to play Nano a lot earlier, like about a year ago, honestly, and just seeing how much they've improved, not just with the character, but with game sense and strategy, has been amazing to see. It gave me a shock, definitely sitting down across from them, and we're seeing it come to fruition here as they get the throw off of the whiffed normal.
There we go. Oh, and good delay, just enough to catch the side swap on the Yozansan. Look at that damage.
And look at what's happening to you. You're just having to guess left, right, C double, you cross side, and the OTG 6H is going to do enough damage to close out the round. Nano sit in pretty right now in game 3.
Good Lord. That's going to be like a Hattori Hanzo sword or something. Doing more damage than I'm used to seeing it do.
Yeah, even I play this character, and sometimes I'll hit somebody with something, and I'm just like, that did way too much damage.
God. I wish that was me.
All right.
Oh,
ChrisG is wishing upon a star here to try to get himself evened up here in this round count. Axel Bomber not going to find its mark, and Nano going to be able to escape the corner and get the Escobari pressure going.
Yeah, just a little bit late to catch. And Nano, new lease on life here this round. Just as I say that.
Yeah, 5P, doesn't really care about your feelings, doesn't care about your wishes. It's equal to everybody. It's an equal opportunist, and just says, if you try to get on the air against me, I got something for your troubles.
That was tricksy. That little bit of that jump back, and then just, hey, air dash. We'll do it. Oh!
Bit of a questionable burst on the part of ChrisG. Not really in any imminent danger during that block string, and Nano going to call it out and get some good damage as well as a wall break and a lot of meter from the positive bonus that's going to use to be RC into the Escobari pressure to take the round. Yes. Again, Nano just going full tilt. Love seeing it from them, just not flinching in the face of ChrisG.
And that's a hard place to be in, too, because, like, that defense that ChrisG was putting up, like, it looked like it was just, sound, fundamental.
Yep, you saw him just sitting on the wrist gauge getting cranked up and just being composed, but Nano just not deterred in any way, shape, or form.
And, that just goes to show just how much, an aggressive play style just benefits you in this game.
Absolutely. Going to use the Kenju to shoot on in there. IADJS to keep it going. But this time not going to respect that Escobari, calling it out with the 5K and then going into a special to take the round.
We do Abare things here. You already know.
Yeah, you cannot let Biken get away with some of the fake stuff. If you just let her keep running that pressure, you're in for a world of hurt.
Absolutely. Oh, nice.
Yeah, the rainwater going to catch your hand in the cookie jar there.
Spaces that real dang well. Has Nano in a corner right now. Going to keep him there.
Ticker on the... what? Had enough time to pop the Kenju on the jump and then still be able to set up the jump over Yonzan-sen, a grip of damage and then potentially a guess for the round.
Oh, wow. Nice. Jumped out of the BRC. Baited throw.
Game 5. Man. We were talking about how ChrisG was sort of wavering on the defensive end in the face of the aggression on Nano, and there you go, just evening it up just like that.
Yep. I can't help but wonder, like, you're so used to people staying away from actually being the problem. Nano being too close might have been the issue, though. You're in that throw range. You have to guess on that.
Oh, my gosh. Going to get the parry on the run-up rainwater. Don't know if they were calling out that option specifically, but it paid off. But you're still finding yourself in the corner, not able to convert into a kill, though. But still an unfavorable situation as we see as Nano is on the losing end of that round.
Yeah, had a little bar to work with there towards the end, but didn't ever get the chance to break it out. Nano going to be fighting for their tournament life here.
Yeah, and you see the double wild assault. ChrisG just laying it all on the table, saying that he's got another, if he loses this round, he's got another round to build those resources back up. Just going to spend it all to try to close it out when he can.
No, and I like the call out there, the PRC, just to try to catch something on the air approach, but just not enough time to do anything.
Yeah, you're seeing some of the difference here. ChrisG not letting Nano let it rip with that Escobari, not letting them extend the pressure, gonna run up, and that's gonna do it as he gets to throw into the RC to finish it out. ChrisG taking the set 3-2 over Nano, advancing further in the bracket into loser semis.
Yep. Found a way to hang on early and was able to just end up reverse that fortune there. It's kind of been the tale of most of the sets we've seen so far today.
Yeah, outside of Crescendo sort of running through their match, everything has just been sort of, it's just very tight-knit. It's been very much a push and pull, tug of war type of deal between the two, and just who's gonna break who's gonna break first in the first of 5 setting. But ChrisG, again, we were talking about the veteran composure that they were on display, going down 2-1, back against the wall, unflinching, stayed committed to the game plan. Now we're seeing them in loser semis.
And that's, I'll be real, that can be a hard thing to do sometimes. You see early on that first game, that second game that your usual kind of go-to ain't working. It can be hard to have that confidence in it.
Absolutely.
Just to maintain it. But, when you can do that, hold tight, and then see it begin to do work,
Yeah, just a little. Sometimes all you need is just to get that one interaction going to make sure that everything is like you get right back on the good foot. And we saw the Rensen starting to get set up, mashing on that Escobari a lot, not letting Nano get away with that pressure. ChrisG just making the right adaptations, the right calls at the right time. and you see what it results in, a nice little 3-2 victory.
I may be a little bit biased, but the answer is always more disrespect.
Oh, no, I agree. I agree, because, like, thinking about my set against Nano, and I want to talk a little bit about Nano after this, they were doing, like, the Escobari pressure. I let them get away with it a lot, so it was good on ChrisG to recognize what was going wrong in the moment during the set and just say, you know what, I don't have to hold this. I can take my turn back if I need to so I can play my game and not let them just absolutely run over me.
Yeah.
And but Nano, heck of a run from one biking player to another. Great watching you play. You've improved so much, and it's been awesome to see. And I hope that you look back on this tournament run, watch the VOD. I hope the chat watch VOD too, even though you didn't play. Look back and just, you know, be proud of it, because this was a heck of a run.
Absolutely. And you know, hopefully there's more where that came from.
Yep.
I gotta imagine that biking well ain't dry.
No, absolutely not, because we got Xerker sitting down in the chair on the left and Sid sitting on the chair in the right. And I know Sid in particular does not like fighting biking. May players notoriously do not like fighting biking because // just wins the matchup in a lot of cases for them.
Yeah, that does sound like that's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, it's very tough. Honestly, when Sid came here early, he asked me for like a long set just so he can get comfortable with the biking, because he knew that he might end up running into one of the many bikings that were here today. And so we'll see if he learned anything over the course of those games and as we get into this tournament set here, losers quarters, as we got Sid and Xerker going at it. Pike and May, let's get it going here.
Oof. Early on, a lot of air movement, trying to kind of establish the playing field a little bit. Woo! Dropped anchor.
Ooh, ambiguous cross-up, too. Going to be a very good tool to use.
I like it. All the Dolphins right now.
Ooh, using the RC to keep it safe. Another ambiguous cross-up.
Nice. Okay, yeah, leaping out of the Totsugeki there.
Yep, doing the splits. Yeah. Looks like Xerker just being caught on the back foot, but a nice little hit of Kabari is going to help you get a nice combo going, and a wild assault and a hard knockdown, plus a grip of damage. Ooh, empty jump throw. Woo. Same side.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, burst out. Trying to clutch out this round. Oh, the BRC. Oh, nice. Yeah, good way to invalidate whatever is going to be on the end of that. No cross unders, no air throws. We good.
Yeah, one more chip is going to spell disaster for Xerker there. So we're going to 6P on out of there and link into the Kabari to close round one. Xerker sitting pretty in the corner, just not even intimidated in the slightest bit.
Got that samurai spirit thing going on. Waited for that one moment. And then just boom.
We're going to get the run up after the Tatami Oki. Sid able to block right side this time as they were coming down with JH. Woo! And coming down of their own button as we set up the beach ball Oki, playing a bit of a spacing game now.
I love that setup. Working off the JD to kind of just swap the sides and then just catching buttons.
So now we're playing a bit of the Kabari RPS as Xerker is trying to fight his way out of the corner, but going to catch a jump H to the face.
Yep. Holding it off on the vertical dolphin. Oh! We got in the way of it, though.
YRC out of there.
Some active defense from Xerker right now. Oh, but got the overhead, though.
Oh, not able to turn anything off of it, though. And now we're going to get a guess for game situation here. Not going to be able to just get the true guess on the JH. And Xerker going to use that to close the round out. Just straight up vanilla. Nothing fancy. Just no sprinkles on top. Just one flavor on the cone will do. It's ice cream at the end of the day.
Yep. Baskin Robbins.
31 flavors.
Round start Totsugeki. Stop me if you heard the story.
Yeah, folks, if you didn't know, this is Guilty Gear Strive. And if you didn't know, now you know.
This is still a May player we are looking at the end of the day.
All right, we're going to burst on out of there. Going to catch them with the lazy JH and now put them in the guess after the Yonzan Sen.
Yep. Okay, gonna get a corner here. Doesn't quite get anything to stick on the wall, but still, dangerous spot for Sid right now.
Yeah, absolutely. After getting popped by that counter hit Yonzan Sen in a very strange position, but you know what? Whatever works, works.
That empty air dash into the low. A lot of time going into that, and we got a trophy. Let's go, baby.
Not missing an opportunity is the name of the trophy, and that is what Xerker is doing, finding the opportunity to close out that round with the far slash, the bane of the Mei player's existence in this matchup. But Sid is just not having any of it as we're getting a corner carry to start this round out in haste.
Oh, and caught with a dolphin there.
Oh, command grab, just catching him asleep at the wheel.
And this will hurt. Okay, yeah, burst out. There
Sliding.
may not be quite that same kind of menace that's been in earlier patches, but that situation is still scary.
Oh, absolutely. Mei can still do a ton of damage was the right touch. As we're seeing right here, but not able to complete the combo. That one either leaving a lot of food on the table, but still going to be able to pick up the plate, get some leftovers on there, and get themselves a nice hearty meal in the form of a round here in game 2.
Yeah, I think that little bit of that error in spacing actually might have bailed out Sid there. But we're hanging on. We're living.
Oh, not respecting the string afterwards, so you're going to get hit by that 6K, and you're going to get supered through the wall for your trouble. Heaven, earth, man!
Yep. I'm sorry, did I say we were living? I might have been wrong about that. Oh! Right before the tatami was able to hit? I like that. God dang, that is brave.
Yep. Sid is just charging those 6Hs, daring Xerker to hit a button.
Oh, no, oh, yeah. Oh. I mean, you know, fair play. You dead either way. Might as well burn it. Smoke him if you got him.
Absolutely. And look, you saw Sid was just trying to bait out some option from Xerker, was just charging 6H in the face. Xerker just opting to block it out, and then at the last moment, finding that just the smallest of gaps, Hiragi on in there and closed the round. Man.
Clutched it out in more ways than one.
Absolutely. That just shows you how good. You were mentioning the active defense of Xerker. That's one thing that I really love about watching this version of Baiken, is just being able to play so sound defensively and just being able to operate in so many facets of the round.
Which is wild to think about, because I'm still sitting here thinking about plus R and just being like, hey, we're just going to guard cancel everything. God dang it. So it's a nice change of pace. It's a good look.
Oh, the newly minted Baiken bust being able to combo off of the tether, showing its head here. Now we're going to get a bit of a situation where you got to guess for the round, and guess you did not.
Went low, and the bus may be stopping right here for Sid right now.
Yeah, but trying to find any hits that he can to just further his tournament life, squeeze any bit of hope that they have left, and this is a good way to start it.
Yep. I mean, to be fair, you are playing Mei. You don't need too many of those things to take some rounds.
Yep, and it definitely does help. You've got the hard knockdown now. What do? The empty JK might have been trying to bait out a parry, but Xerker might have just known better.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, we went active on the defense once again. Put the shoes on the other foot.
Yeah, Sid trying to mix up the air movement, but Xerker just snuffing it out with JS. All right, yes. Sid just taking to the skies here, but now it has Xerker trying to pin into a corner.
Oh, a little bit ambitious with the JD, trying to catch it out, but hey, points for trying. Oh, wow.
Oh, but the mash after the burst is going to earn you some points for the round. Sid still has a new leash on life. Let's see if he's able to take it the distance.
There we go. I mean, this ain't done.
Oh, 6P going to catch him out of the air. Mei liking to take to the skies, but Xerker just not allowing that to happen by any means.
Ooh, and once again, just that 5P, sticking that out. Almost an anti-air jab kind of effect.
Oh, going to come down with the JH. Actually shocked that he did not cover the throw with the PRC earlier.
Woo, tatami.
Oh, jump, and now you got to guess for game because the wrong. Wow.
Wow. Why not guess? Just throw. The Mei way to solve a problem. I love it.
Oh, swing the giant hammer, but not going to be able to convert there.
Let's
but going to find the right touch to get on the board here. Sid now sitting on a game.
That was fearless.
Look, you got nothing to lose at that point. You might as well just throw all your cards on the table. Give yourself the best chance.
You want to know the way you win the guessing game?
Don't guess.
You don't guess. You get in, you take that pop quiz, you mark C on everything. You got to pass.
Yeah, there you go. That's how you do it.
Oh, I like it. But a good backdash out from Xerker. Saw the triangle jump coming, able to get out of danger.
Oh, JH going to find his way in. He's gotten a lot of mileage out of that corner lazy jump, JH.
Yeah, close range. Teasing a throw from Sid.
Oh, just throwing out all of these different options post Totsugeki to try to keep Xerker guessing on defense.
Yeah, has given a little bit of breathing room, but might not be the case for much longer right here. Oh, I like it. Sawdust jumps out.
Wow, going to throw him out of the Yonzansen. That doesn't find its mark as he gets closer to the ground. So now Wall Assault going to come in there and enable them to get the throw. Xerker can only just shake his head wondering what went wrong.
And we saw a couple of situations there that round where Xerker had the pressure, had the momentum, and gave Sid a little bit of breathing room, a little bit of space to work.
And now just popping burst real early, too. You're starting to see a little bit sense of hastiness on the part of Xerker, something that we're not used to seeing.
Yep. It's a tricky place to be. You know you had those rounds that got taken from you. You know, sometimes you just got to just shake it off.
All right, now Sid just looking in complete control, air throwing him out of there post PRC. But Tatami going to find his mark. The flex shield to set everything back to normal, though.
It's so glad to see people remember that's in the game now.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes it'll just clutch it up for you. But we'll see if we get the Kabari RPS guessing game going to clutch out a round for Xerker, but not going to be able to get a Wild Assault, so it's just going to H Kabari on through there.
Oh, yeah, that was risky, but good call from Sid.
Yeah, but that Yonzansen is just going to reap its ugly head, catching everybody unawares as usual.
Oof, this is a bit of a stressful final round.
Absolutely, and we already found a well-placed anchor, Wild Assault, but is Xerker going to be able to get a burst back there? Totsugeki on in there.
Keep calm. Oh, there we go. Got in, got to confirm. Yozansen, Xerker.
Oh, it's getting scary, but mashing out. PRC overhead, very nice bit of movement there. Baiting the YRC.
Wow.
This is going to be huge damage, if not the round.
Oh, not, but we are in danger. We are not out of the woods.
Oh, going to get poked out, but not able to confirm on the way down. And is a trade, and May is going to find the button to trade and win to even it up. We've got game 5 here. Xerker going up 2 games. Sid responding in kind. And now, loser going home in this best of 1.
Sid's found a way. You know, it's looked so often that Xerker's been in the driver's seat, has had pressure, has had control. But these little just moments, you know, where there's been that breathing room, Sid's been able to take those and get a lot more for his buck.
Yeah, I think also, too, Xerker well aware that he's playing a little bit outside of himself. So opting to go to the character select screen, maybe just, you know, catch a breath, take a breather, just reassess and just remember, okay, I know what works and I need to just, you know, play my game.
Yeah.
And also find the right tune on his phone.
Yeah, as you should. You know, like, you done 95% of the work. You've been looking solid, been in control for a good bit of the set. You know, you just gotta slow it down.
Yeah, it's just like that Happy Gilmore scene where he said, you know, the ball, he has his bags packed. You just want, and that hole is its home. Just send it home. Just send it home, Happy.
Shout out to Carl Weathers. But we're gonna have to see because, as I'm sure some May players will tell you, it's all in the hips.
It is all there.
So we're going to be swinging for the fences right now. Final game of this set and what has been a heck of a banger of a set.
Yeah, just an absolute barn burner between 2 extremely good players.
Oh!
Not respecting the beach ball. Ogedo with a far slash counter hit, but gonna get a hit for your troubles there. And now it's a scary situation for Xerker again. But gonna PRC with the Haragi. And now get a great healthy combo in here. Wall splat, Wild Assault, now hard knockdown. Very scary situation for Sid now.
Xerker's remembering he's him.
Totsugeki on in there, remembering that I have Dolphin, and I know that you have Parry, and I have ways to deal with it.
Oh, yeah, YRC, just deleting that 6H.
Oh, gonna take an anchor right to the jaw, but Burst gonna bail Xerker out of losing that round.
Yeah, that Wild Assault in, and just gotta put Sid in reach.
All those trades, man. This set is just going absolutely insane, but Xerker able to eke it out in that round with Tatami, but going to catch an anchor to the face, Wild Assault combo.
This is a slobber knocker right now.
Dude, so much scrambler situations going on there. Heavy Totsugeki going to get the counter hit, and that's going to cause a stagger, command grab combo into the killer whale.
SeaWorld, baby.
Free Willy. Oh, that's 6H, getting a prop guard crush. Gonna keep Biking jailed though by using PRC to keep it strafe. But that lazy jump JH out of the corner has done so much for Xerker this set.
Yep. Block the cross up. Still, this is scary right now. If Xerker gets one hit, this could do some work.
Oh, but that's not gonna do it as he's gonna fall out of the Kabari, not gonna be able to convert off of it. Blocking the Yonzan-sen, but not able to have a combo to capitalize on it.
Oh yeah, got away with one there, Xerker. You lose that life but gets tagged. Counter hit on the JD, and that's going to do it.
Getting tagged. My goodness, Sid just finding the right hit at the right time. And now we're in a last round situation here in this final game.
Cue it up. Final game, final round. Double Luigi time. Let's go, baby.
Xerker already popping burst, so any hit that's going to happen, he's going to have to sit on it, and a hit can add up from this character.
Oh, wow. Right into the JP off the Roman cancel. That was sick.
Wild Assault too, so now it's a game situation here. What's going to happen? The split going to happen, and he's going to find the combo after the Totsugeki split, able to convert on the wall bounce. Sid going to send Xerker out of the tournament with a amazing comeback from down 0-2. 3 games straight to advance further to loser semis. My goodness gracious.
That is ridiculous. All the big buttons that May's got, and you stake your tournament life on the JP.
Man.
That was amazing.
I know,
hell of a set.
I know from personal experience that Sid is a huge fan of that PRC overhead, and why wouldn't you be? It's so quick, it's so hard to react to, and again, we were talking about it earlier in the set. With May, these little hits just add up so fast. Man, what a set.
That's insane.
Oh,
that's absolutely insane. Yeah, hats off to both players there. That's action.
That is truly what you want to see out of max mode here. Players turning it, for, pun intended, to the max on all fronts.
To 11.
To 11.
We
maybe
12. At 10.
Maybe 12. Who knows?
Yeah.
But yeah,
that
was just
right at
so good. Xerker also putting in a heck of a fight on his end. Just had those 2 very strong games, but Sid able to just make the adjustments and force Xerker a little bit outside of his comfort zone and take full advantage.
Yeah, and it was just these small little moments here and there. That was just enough of a difference. There's some sets you say they could have gone either way. That absolutely could have gone either way.
Oh, 100%. It was just, you felt on both sides there was an ability to take, go the distance. But it just was a matter of who was going to get that final moment. And that's just sometimes what it comes down to in fighting games.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. Game of moments.
Absolutely.
And speaking of that, we ain't going to have a moment to breathe right now. Because we got Rem and Crescendo on deck. And good Lord, that last time we saw that Geo, they were zooming.
Absolutely. These two are very familiar. They are actually on the same jump dash team. They play casuals against each other all the time, very familiar with each other, which is why you're actually seeing Rem go off of the Nago and switching to Biken because he likes that matchup a lot better against Giovanna and Crescendo's Giovanna to be particular. Crescendo has been on record saying that Biken is a character that gives him some amount of trouble, but we've seen him so poised. He actually did beat Xerker earlier in the tournament with a strong 3-0. So, we might be seeing these demons being exercised in real time.
No question. And, I guess on the Rem side, to your point, I do like the idea swapping off to the Biken, having some of those defensive options on deck that you just don't have with Nago. It plays a little bit more to your favor.
Great buttons to stuff Gio's approach as well, but Crescendo already able to find his way in with a strike throw to start off winners finals, and he wants to end this set quickly as possible. Counter hit 2S into super, just like that. We told you he was a Street Fighter player. He's got those one-hit confirms, maybe.
That's ridiculous. Woo. Early start for Crescendo here.
Yep, round start far slash.
All right, he's just going to keep that tether going.
Going to burst out of it to prevent a further combo.
Yeah. Nice, good call. Good call. And there we go, 2 points. Tool in the kit that Nago just wouldn't be able to have to break out.
Now we're getting it there.
Oh! The PRC! Unfortunate.
Oh, going to swing far slash to get on out of there, but not going to be able to confirm off of it. Maybe opting for a side switch instead, but it doesn't matter. Either one is good when you're able to take the round in that fashion, so now we're tied up at 1 round apiece.
Absolutely. You know, definitely wanted a different color of the rainbow there on the RC, but didn't hurt Rem too bad there.
Yep. Dash up 2K starting to get going, but Rem able to find a way to mash on out of there, keep the pressure going. Crescendo just holding down back, content to just sit there. But when you're sitting there, you open yourself up to throw, and that's what Biken wants sometimes.
There we go. You can't turtle up forever.
Yeah, not against this character. Getting thrown or getting a throw, getting that tether on is this character's win condition in many matchups.
Yeah.
Ooh, opting to spin the meter.
There we go. Went underneath, side swapped, got the corner off of it.
You have to wonder,
Heads
he
up.
got counter hit there. You have to wonder if he was trying to Hiragi there to parry and stop the Chave from working.
Ooh, that's a good point.
Ooh, instant Yonzansen post YRC.
Oh,
Oh!
but not quite rangy enough with the 5K to reach.
Now you're seeing Rem throwing out as many ranged options as possible to deter Crescendo from approaching.
Ah.
Yeah, that RPS, it's a hard guessing game sometimes, and sometimes you want to try to get out of it as soon as possible, but that's what happens when you get that follow-up to hit, and Rem's going to use that to take game 1.
Yeah, clutch it out. You know, it's hard. You got to try to put yourself in as few guessing games as you can, but even then, you know, it's an easy thing to say, harder thing to do.
Yeah, yep. We're going to pop the burst early because it was about to get very scary, but
There
it
we
is still
go.
going to get pretty horrifying when you got this grip of damage coming in.
Whew.
Opting to go for close slash there, not going to break the wall with a super.
Oh, dueling BRCs.
Oh, JH not finding his mark, but going to get the throw after it. Going to be able to confirm this into a round confirming combo.
There we go. Yeah, Crescendo looking solid right now. But round start. Once again, putting to some pressure early here from Rem.
Just keeping it going, throwing out as many tethers as possible.
Woo!
Oh, but the tether's going to prevent the combo from going the way that Rem might have wanted.
Yep.
Oh, I love using the Chave feint to prep the Hiragi on the part of Rem, but Rem's still sticking to his guns on the parry, and that's going to be how he closes out that round.
Hey, stick to the plan.
Yeah, I noted in the earlier set that Rem is a man with a plan, and he is not easily shaken from it.
Yep, okay, good burst out. It's going to stay in the corner, though. I'm not sure I'm a fan, but hey, we're making it work.
Yep.
Egg on my face.
Yep, Crescendo going to pop his burst to try to keep Rem in the corner, but not able to keep this from going haywire as Crescendo now finds himself in the corner against Rem.
Oh, we got out, though.
You're seeing Crescendo having to be so much more careful on offense simply because of that option right there. And now we're going to get further damage on the counter hit on the Escabari. Rem just doing everything that he wants to by picking this character against Gio. 2-0, looking very strong, very familiar with the matchup, and just picking all the right options at the right time.
It's the way to be. And, you know, to your point, you build that familiarity, you get the player matchup kind of on lock. It could kind of tend to make life a little bit easier for you.
Absolutely. What's going to make it life easier is when you get this wall break off of a pretty nice combo that does just about a half of Biken's health.
Yeah, that one hurt.
Yep, the strike throw game is about to come in here, but might have bit off more than he can chew as now he finds himself in the corner, enabling Biken to get a pretty nice combo of their own.
Solid, yeah. That full stock of bar going to help out Crescendo a little bit, but that's still pain.
Oh, Rem hitting Crescendo with the page out of his own book, the shimmy, just walking up to him, slowly threatening a button, and just counter hitting him and taking the round with it.
All right, dash up throw. There we go. Do we double up? Oh, we didn't even get a chance to.
Yep, now Rem is just, I think what's happening right now is Rem is sensing the fact that Crescendo is respecting him so much with his offense that he's taking his turn back when he doesn't need to. But what's going to happen now is Crescendo's going to respond and say, you don't respect me? I got something for you.
Got in. got the Soul Nascente going, and then next thing you know, look, this is a problem right now. Oh, good block.
Oh, deflect shield to get her away from you, but it's still a very scary game when you're tethered against her.
The trip guard. Catching Crescendo out.
Oh, getting the whiff punish with the spiral arrow.
Okay, here we go. Okay.
5K into a throw.
Woo.
Whoa. Both of them spending burst in a different way.
Downstairs on the RC, and that's enough to get the kill here. Crescendo on the board. This ain't done.
There you go. Crescendo just, again, you think about it so much. We've seen it throughout this entire tournament. You go down a couple games, things aren't going the right way, but sometimes all you need is just that one bit of interaction to inspire confidence. So let's see what's going on here with the rest of the set, because Crescendo's already off to a great start. But as I say that,
yeah. I was about to say, in this world, there ain't no meaties.
Ain't no rest for the wicked either as we run up with that FS. Not going to find this mark. Yonzan said hitting deep. He was plus regardless, and that is going to be a grip of damage.
The spot.
Oh, pixel health.
Oh, yeah, Crescendo just barely.
Oh! Again, sticking to his guns. Had the 50-meter to PRC out of that if he so chose. So that was a great bit of resource awareness and planning on the part of Rem.
Nah, that's heads up. That's really heads up.
Oh, but that's also heads up. It's just catching him out of Yonzan Sim with that air throw. Crescendo still showing that he has something in the tank.
Yeah, working our way into the wall break too. That was solid, and this may be around already.
Yep, you catch a couple of Pumas straight to the face, and what you're going to get is sent through the wall with a perfect. Crescendo is here to take some names. He ain't out of it, folks.
Not even 15 seconds. That's wild. Woo. Nice. Okay, went downstairs once again. We've seen that a couple of times. That 2K into that 2D being just rangy enough to work.
Oh, tried to go for the Escobar, or the throw after the Escobar, but not going to find his mark.
Woo. Okay, caught out. Got knocked down. Got the cross up. We are in trouble right now.
Yep, baiting the parry with the Chavez Sepultura. Going to YRC out of there to prevent things from getting worse, but you go YRC right on back.
Yeah, let it rip.
RC.
Yeah, gonna try to get enough damage for a kill here. And yeah, with the wall, that's gonna be enough.
Yep. The spiral arrow is gonna send Rem on through, and it's gonna send Crescendo to a game 5. Another one. Just yet another one. And now we're going back to character select, so maybe do we see Rem go back to the Nago?
Oh. We're thinking. It's another one of those mix-ups.
Maybe. We'll see what he feels in the moment, but it was looking very strong with the bike and early on, but yeah, he's going to opt for the Nago.
Here we go.
He's going to opt. Man, okay.
I mean, we're definitely going to see a different look.
Oh, for sure.
We're hoping that damage, we're hoping that reach is enough to kind of at least help stem the tide. Some of those ridiculously good specials that Nago's got.
Yep. Trade-off being, though, you don't have access to that Hiragi that Crescendo would have to otherwise play around. So that strike throw offense is going to become a lot more potent. So it's either you just got to make sure that you get your game plan going first, or else you're going to be in for a world of trouble.
Yeah. It's definitely a double-edged sword right now for Rem. But, I mean, hey, you only really have to get one game. Why not?
Yep, and Nago can take a game quick, but not when you pop blood like that. That could be the reason why you lose, and you do lose the round because of just a really ill-timed blood pop, something that we're not accustomed to seeing from Rem.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Overextended just that little bit and didn't get a reward for it, and got a little bit way worse than that.
Yeah, Crescendo is just locked in right now, unloading the entire chamber and then some with the strike throw offense, shimmied, 2K counter hits. It's just the smorgasbord of pressure.
Oh, nice. Okay, we're still alive. Burst, keep the corner. No resources from Rem. This is dangerous. One touch might be death.
Oh, and you were looking at it right there.
Oh, speaking of.
Oh, but not going to opt for super.
Okay. Still keeping it on the board, though.
It is going to get very scary, though, because he doesn't have burst. So if Crescendo finds his way in with a spiral arrow, he could potentially have a combo to take the round. That's going to send him on Wild Assault. We got one more hard knockdown. We got a safe jump here. Going to catch him doing deflect shield. Drift with a BRC into a throw, reacting to what was on the screen. Crescendo now sitting in grand finals winner side again with a strong 3-game straight comeback from being down 0-2. Something must be in the water today.
Whew. God dang, yeah, just with a vengeance. Got out there and decided, hey, I know what you're trying to do here. Nah, we're going to stop that with a quickness.
Absolutely, yeah, that was just an exemplary. We talked about how confident that Rem was with the bike and counter pick against Gio, but just being able to make him waver in that confidence to send it back to Nago, and then Crescendo saying, okay, now I can fully just run the gamut, run the strike throw that I want to. You saw it definitely come to fruition. He was being a lot more liberal with the chances that he was taking, and that's why you got all those counter hit 2Ks, those 2Ss that happened. It was just, man.
I mean, it's so hard as it is to keep Gio at arm's length, and especially when you're working without meter for a reversal. You know, you sit there, you've got a blood gauge that you're having to manage on top of that. You know, it's just, you're living life on the edge at that point.
Yeah, that blood pop was just so unfortunate. That in the back of Rem's mind, he might have just been going, you know what, maybe Nago it might not have worked out this time. But I hope Rem is able to collect himself with Nago, Bike, and whoever, because he's still going to have to see whoever in losers finals, and that's going to be actually the winner of these next couple games here between ChrisG and Sid.
Whew. Yeah, a lot on the line at this point, man. No pressure or anything.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. You know, winner gets a medal. You know, a very nice medal at that too. If y'all are able to see it, hopefully you'll be able to see anything on the Max Mode socials, the Data FGC socials. But these are some really nice medals. I'm looking at them right now.
Some clean looking stuff. They've been doing their work on the design side of things.
Yeah, now I'm looking at it. I'm like, man, if I could have just won one more game, I could have had my hands on one of those. Darn.
That's your one ring.
That's my one ring.
We're going to get Gollum here in a second.
All right, well, we'll see which one of them is going to try to get one of these medals here. Top 3 qualifier here in loser semis. NYChrisG versus Sid. Let's see what's going on here. We've got the Axel Low on one end, the May on the other.
Who is going to be able to enforce that game plan?
It's going to be interesting because I think that out of all of the other matchups that ChrisG has had to run with the Axel, May is going to be a lot harder for him to keep out because she has really tricky aerial mobility as well as that Dolphin that can just be a great burst option for her. So it's going to be really hard for him to pick the right option. You might see paralysis by analysis as, you know, Sid is able to be a simple man with his game plan.
For sure. And, like, especially now that you do have that option to jump out of the Dolphin, like, it just adds so many more wrinkles into this.
Yep, as we see now, we got that split into the empty jump throw.
Oh, and the cross under. Just enough reach on the Dolphin.
We're going to pop burst. Probably just try to give yourself a new leash on life here.
I like that. I like that.
Oh, that 5P, trying to find work with all the air-to-airs that he can. Might be trying to put some JS's, some JP's, something.
Oh, yep. Called out.
Oh, going to miss the mark on the command grab, though. Sid all the wiser as he's just sitting in the air.
Oh, heavy Dolphin, got to hold that.
Oh, the split coming on out of there, hopping right off of the Dolphin as ChrisG was trying to catch it. And that's going to be how Sid takes the first game, or first round, excuse me.
Yeah, and I like that kind of approach there towards the end of that round. Sid was getting tagged with a few things. Decided to slow it up, just, you know, hold that down back. And that patience is paying a dividend.
Yeah, you're talking about getting tagged. You are getting tattooed by the May 6H.
Lord.
You're going to take a grip of damage here. Going to bait the burst. You had to spend it. You just had to. And Sid knew it, baiting it perfectly and taking the round because of it.
Jeez, when it rains, it pours, man. And I ain't just talking about Atlanta weather right now.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. I'm going to look outside, and I'm going to see my car just absolutely drenched. I hope I have the sunroof open. I hope I have the sunroof closed. I really hope I do.
Fingers crossed.
All right,
either that or you got to have some good insurance, man.
Oh, but let's talk a little bit more about the Rensen gambling here.
Yes, sir.
So May getting on in there, enforcing their will. We were talking about who was trying to get going, but ChrisG able to find himself a little bit of breathing room now.
Yeah, I like that call out. Stuck at the 5K. Might have seen earlier Sid breaking out that PRC setup. That's why we study.
Absolutely. Yeah, one thing that you have to wonder when you play so many different games as ChrisG does, like, can you get him with some game-specific character, specific nuances? But ChrisG doesn't really seem to be biting on a lot of it.
Has been playing close to the vest, super patient.
Oh, but not really patient enough to not pop a hero burst here. But we'll see if the hero's burst is welcomed.
Oh, no. Got to connect, got the RC out, but
breaking the air throw and then also getting the 2H to close the round. So the hero's burst does come in clutch there. What do I know?
I mean, you know, if it works, you're a hero. That must be why they call it a hero's burst.
There you go. All right, 2K2D Rainwater out of there just to get some space on the block string. But now we're back to Rensen range. Sid trying to find his way in with a JH, but going to eat a Rensen on the ground for his troubles.
Rashido.
One vision.
Oh, yeah. Bamba.
Whoa.
Oh, we didn't even need a second.
With
Perfect to answer back.
With the quickness.
You know, it's just a mirror image of game one there. And now I got no clue what the heck's going on game 3.
Yeah, it's just both of them were just going so strong. I think, again, as you were mentioning earlier in the set, it's just a matter of who's been able to get started, and like when they get going, they're able to just take it the distance.
Yeah, and Sid just kind of just a bulldog on the approach right now, but ChrisG's been able to put a stop to it up to this point.
Yeah, if you're a bit hasty with the approach, that's what Axel wants, because sometimes you'll get caught with a throw.
Oh, that we might have been getting a little bit too smart there. Sid trying to, like, for the approach, got the air dash, empty setup, but I don't know. Maybe simple might have been a better option.
Yeah, sometimes that's just the way, just keeping it vanilla and then maybe hitting the additional layer when you need to.
I can't believe I hear myself saying that about a May.
Oh, that was a weird command grab, but was able to back it up with the PRC to prevent it from getting real scary.
You know, we might be lying through our teeth, but we'll call that a setup.
Well, quite possibly. Look, I'm learning new things every day about this game, so that might have been something that I'm going to have to look at later. But you're going to have to look at yourself getting thrown through this wall if you're ChrisG. Now it's getting a little bit scary, running up, trying to bait an option.
Oh, good guess on the low there, though.
Double overhead, plus both times, by the way. Plus 3 times.
But again, the defense right up from ChrisG, but it just ain't quite enough. Oh, no!
Oh, the burst is going to get baited, too. Sid is just calling out every burst in the book right now. ChrisG is going to have to be careful because now these hits are going to really hurt.
Ooh, and tagged with a 5P, and we're in trouble right now. We're in danger. And Sid right now is the danger.
The guard crush was just extending the pressure, but able to find a 2H to give themselves a little bit of room out of the corner, jumping on out of there.
Oh, got sucked in, no.
Ooh, slide on in there. Gonna stay on the ground. I think ChrisG might have expected an air throw.
Air throw, cross under was on the table, but just standing there, getting back around to the west side.
Wild assault now.
Sid, look at
oh my gosh!
Throw?
Overhead, gonna block that. 6H,
No.
but oh my gosh.
Oh, no, let's go!
Sitting on the ground waiting for you to pop that burst in turn. A bit of your own cough medicine right back in the spoon. ChrisG gonna use that to go up 2-1 here. Now Sid is gonna may have to rethink some things with the May if he wants to stay in this tournament, or else he could be going home.
This is nutty, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cases where you can kind of get a good idea of what's going to happen, you know, the flow of the match. And we left that behind game 2.
Toshigeki on in there. Going to use the wild assault to set up his throw.
I like it. Oh, I like it. That early Dolphin trying to set up maybe a throw once again, but ChrisG caught it out.
Toshigeki on over there. Going to cross under, jump in Axel.
Bum.
Rainwater, but going to put them out of the corner, but going to get counter hit off of the Dolphin. How unfortunate.
Yeah. Now that 2H just getting in the way of things. And a ChrisG on the cusp of making it to the losers finals here.
Yeah, but we'll see if Sid is able to pull things out. Again, we've seen Sid in the face of adversity going down 0-2 before, so this might be light work for him.
I mean, you know, you're down, but you're never out.
Never out. Not until the fat lady sings, not until the man in the screen says game over.
Yep. I mean, you got that potential for just damage. All
Oh. 2H not going to find his mark. Oh, going to bait the burst. Can't get the punish.
Just a little bit slow. Oh, just out of reach. No, I like the call.
Yeah, that was going to be a real clutch confirm if he could have gotten it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's going to do it. Getting the Rensen to find its way on the way down. And that's going to be how ChrisG wins loser semis, propelling himself into top 3. Going to see Rem in losers finals coming up right in a second. But Sid, nothing to be ashamed of. Heck of a run. Monumental comeback against Xerker. But it just, the magic, the clock struck 12 against ChrisG.
Yeah, and last I checked, May was wearing some Timbs and not those glass slippers. So, but still, heck of a run. Went down swinging. You know, that kind of showing, that's still really dang good.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely something to be proud of. But I know ChrisG is definitely proud of the run that he's having right now. Just showing such, for one word, is just composure, really. You see him getting put on the back foot early in sets and just remaining unwavered. It's very, very good for a tournament setting. But of course, he's much accustomed to that at this point.
You know, I'd say seasoned vet might be an understatement, and you know, I'll stand by that. You got like an all-timer that's kind of been around. You know, you got tested in battle, especially in some of these games that ChrisG's been a part of. Like, you know,
he's no stranger to volatility, because you're talking about Marvel 3 being just an absolutely unforgiving game. Strive is unforgiving in its own right, so, you know, ChrisG just not necessarily letting interactions get the better of him. But we'll see how that fares when you go against a Nago who can just make a mountain out of a molehill with any touch that he gets on the part of JD Rem.
We're deleting health bars out of here. But, you know, once again, composure. Bend, don't break.
Yep. And then you're on the same coin, on the same side of the coin, Rem's got to figure out what he was doing wrong against Crescendo that finds himself on this side of the bracket. But I think since we're starting with the Nago, he might have something ready.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you got options. You got Beyblades, you got some reach.
White Wild Assault as well.
Yeah, you know, you may have to sort of wade your way into that spot, but once you get there,
you get something like this.
Exactly. Yep. Okay. 6H again? Nah, Wild Assault. Okay.
Okay, interesting. Opting to keep the positioning that he can. I honestly agree, because you don't want to go away from Axel as much as you want to.
You know, fair play. Fair play. Yep.
And ChrisG also just saying, "Get away from me, sir. I just don't want to block this right now."
We were just on the edge. We were about to pop. Don't take that out of context, please.
And that's going to be how ChrisG wins the first round here in Game 1. But JD Rem not at all deterred. Just going to do round start 6P.
Ooh, yeah.
Get on in there.
Yeah. Early advantage, but ChrisG done a good job of at least, you know, creating some space.
I think it's going to be, the onus seems to be, oh,
we tried to dash in. I like it.
Yeah, the onus seems right now to be on Rem to figure out how he's going to contest with this Rensen pressure. He's not equipped with a double dash, not having the greatest mobility in the air other than having that linear option. So you're going to have to play that grounded game more than you want to.
And you know, there's another added layer of risk to trying to get in with that 236K. You know, just adding up to that blood gauge. You know, you kind of got to find that time to work your way in, but then you got that to have to worry about too.
So much hanging over your head in that moment.
It really is.
Oh, and what's hanging over your head are a couple of sickles waiting to come down and strike you on the dome.
And the world's greatest drop kick.
All right, Rensen getting set up. Going to get Cherry to pull him on in there for a throw. Just a meeting of the minds real quick. Let me talk to you.
Yeah.
Ooh, Red RC going to carry him into the wall. No resources to get a hard knockdown, but you take the damage all the same.
There we go. Hey, that ain't a bad consolation prize.
Not at all. Ooh.
First one to blink. ChrisG just a little bit quicker to the punch. Oh, with the Beyblade out.
Ooh, getting the trade, though. He's got meter to back this up if it doesn't find his mark. I like that.
Yeah.
Rainwater.
We're not even going to tease it.
All right, now Rem has to find a spot to try to get in, but JS jumping in. Biken has it, Axel has it on their own. So hey,
there we go. Got out in front of the clone, and that's just enough to do it.
All right, ChrisG is just imposing
There
his
we go.
will.
Finally got it to hit.
Jumping out of the bite too.
Yeah, and just when you think you got your way in, you're right back out there. Deep waters right now for Sid.
Oh, what an interesting interaction.
Yeah, stuck around just long enough.
Oh, spent meter, but not going to get much out of it. But it still has enough meter to get the RC after the throw. Now Rem going to shift in the seat a little bit, wondering if Nago is going to be the play, or is he going to switch over to Biken?
2-0 like that, you know, it is going to make you stop and think.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Whoa.
Oh, wait a minute,
Hold
wait
up.
a minute, wait a minute.
We're going to
Chip
play
is
the
enough?
matchup? We're going to play the matchup. Okay, let it rip, baby.
Full disclosure, I didn't even think he had a chip. Maybe he does, and I just haven't seen it. But you know what? You throw, again, we talked about it earlier, you throw all the cards on the table that you have to get further in the bracket, especially at this stage of the tournament.
Yep.
Got to try it.
And that's that ace that he had hidden up his sleeve for sure. But, you know, to your point, if you don't think, you know, Biken's really going to do much to change the matchup, why not pick somebody that will? If you've got that in the back pocket, okay. It may not be perfect, but if it gets the job done.
Yep, that's all you need. And I think, too, with Chip, you don't necessarily have to be the most perfect in order to get a little bit more ground or a little bit more footing in this matchup.
Yeah. But you do got to keep solid, though, keeping in mind.
Yeah.
This is Chip. You got sneezed on, you dying.
Absolutely. And look, I know Axel's not necessarily known for his damage, but he can get stuff that adds up, especially against a pixie health character like Chip is enough.
All right, yeah. Trying to create that separation with the burst. Got a connection, but couldn't quite get on with the combo. The wreck is stopping short. There we go. Okay.
Overhead.
Yeah.
Oh, not
Punishable.
spinning RC. I don't know about that. Not going to be able to convert on that combo, though. That is plus. You have to hold that. Yeah. Oh, it's getting real dangerous, though, and just going to get kicked straight to the face. ChrisG making an example out of a counter pick and saying, you know what, doesn't matter who you throw at me, I'm still him. I'm still that guy who's going to see Crescendo right back, get my run back in grand finals with a strong 3-0.
Yeah. Definitely love the idea for Rem. You know, points for trying. You know, we kind of question the idea of insanity of doing the same thing and expecting it to work eventually.
Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah.
To mix it up, to at least try something, you know, that takes some bravery.
Yeah.
That takes some courage. So, you know,
Yeah, why not? Why not?
A good look from Rem and a third place finish to kind of go along with it.
Yep.
We'll take that.
Medal going to go right around the neck at the end of the day, so nothing too much to hang your head on if you're Rem. Great run, very strong showing with both the Biken and the Nago, and a little bit of Chip too. So it was a very entertaining run on their part, but it was just ChrisG who was able to get that last laugh, and now he's going to sit across the setup from Crescendo, try to get that run back.
Yeah, might be out for blood here, but you know, that initial set that they had, it was so quick. It can be hard to kind of try to get that little bit of data just off of that. So maybe we have a situation where if we can take a couple of games here, you know, do you play it slow? Do you play it patient so you can try and pick up more on those tendencies, on those patterns? Find a tell?
Who can say? It's going to be real tough. It's going to be really, really tough. Like, you saw Crescendo just seem so comfortable with just the run up with the dash blocking and then just being able to spiral arrow, get going when Axel doesn't have a reversal without meter to really deal with it. And even with meter, one of the slower reversals in the game. So he's really just got to hold that unless he has YRC. So we'll see if, you know, ChrisG is able to just keep him at bay or if Crescendo is just going to run wild. But regardless, we're going to be in for a great match here. Grand finals of the inaugural Max Mode. Guilty Gear strife between Crescendo on winners, ChrisG on losers. Let's get it going.
We're in for a good one, baby.
2K2D to start things out. Get the Ren-Sen pressure going.
Caught it. But just keep it going. Pull you in. Went fishing.
Love using the cherry to pull them in. 2K into the tick throw. Love that from ChrisG.
There we go, but we've got our way in though. Crescendo, not hesitating for a second, knows that you do have to stick to ChrisG like glue here.
Yeah, opting to spend the burst here too, even though he does not have a lot of the life lead, but Gio can make that change in an instant.
Ooh, got in. Good reactions on that.
We did see earlier on ChrisG when he was playing against Nano, he was letting that Escabari slide. He was letting people extend pressure, but as he got deeper into the set, he found it in him to not necessarily do it, but that's what happens. Sometimes you get that happen to you.
Oh,
you get shimmied.
That damage, no! That is a beautiful combo from Crescendo. Oh, yep, okay. Was thinking air throw. ChrisG was prepped for it. Crescendo not letting it rip.
Yep, but tried to spiral arrow in his face, 5K right to it.
Yep, backdash, avoiding command throw there. I like it.
Well, the Rainwater going to find this mark and send them right back out.
Yep. We're awake. We got our eyes switched on. And it's going to get a confirm here. Final round. Opening game.
Running up with a couple of hits of 2K, getting the counter hit so it links into one another and close out the round thusly.
There we go. Oh, nice. Good 6P.
Guard crush off of the command dash Sepultra.
It's going to force ChrisG kind of in a bit of a bad spot right now. No burst, no resources to work with, and to your point earlier, a little bit of a slow reversal. So, you know, you're gambling right now.
If the spiral arrows are a-flying right now. Trying to get those plus frames, that guard crush any way that he can.
All right, went downstairs, caught with a low. Just slowing down the pace a little bit here.
Yep, throwing out normals, daring him to run into him, just like that.
Let it rip.
One vision, baby. Oh, but not going to be able to finish the food on the table. And an air super on the part of Crescendo is getting a little scary now.
You know, when it doesn't pay to be a tall.
Oh, again, just responding so well, but not able to convert off of it.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Yeah, wall salt. And then just that little rainwater on the other side. Just enough.
Man, 2K, 2D. You're thinking after Wild Assault, you're thinking throw, you're thinking just another button, but just jumping back in the face of it.
And that kind of speaks to something that might be a bit of a factor here. You know, that Giovanna, that Sol Nascente, that DP. Not a true inbone DP.
Exactly. Yeah, again, Gio, for all of her overwhelming offense and her quick movement, when she's on the defensive end, most times than not, she does have to respect a lot.
Yeah. And I can't help but wonder, if you had a proper reversal in that situation, do you just let that rip? Whew.
That question might end up unanswered, though, as we get a jump back JS counter hit. But why RC going to allow Crescendo to take their turn back, but not for too long, as ChrisG is just going to spin the gold burst.
There we go. And once again, clipping ankles here. I think Crescendo trying to kind of find some movement and just getting caught out.
Yeah, able to block the overhead, though, but going to get whiff on the throw, and that's going to get responded to with a button to the face and a win on the part of ChrisG here in this first round of Game 2.
Yeah. If he can get up too early, this that's gonna create some drama, some tension.
Yeah, it's looking very likely right now because ChrisG looks so strong. And again, as I say that, Gio doing what she does best, turning the match on its head with this amazing damage, corner pressure. Now you threaten ChrisG, not flinching in the face of said threat.
Yep. Oh, nice. Yep. Just held strong, caught out the dust. And it's going to take the round for it.
Yep, well placed.
No.
Whoa! You're going to pop the Heroes Burst? Okay.
Let it rip.
2K, 2D.
Okay. Plenty of time, but still.
Plenty of resources, too, but going to get the trade.
There we go. Yeah, I think Crescendo realized it couldn't just hang back forever. Not a lot of bar to barrier. If ChrisG wanted to chip away, had some time to do it, you had to move eventually.
Yeah, just put the onus on them.
Yeah.
Going for the shimmy after the guard crush, but ChrisG not biting, jumping out, but not going to get called out for it. But he won't get called out there with a nice air throw, something that we've seen from Crescendo this entire tournament run.
Heads up play. And we got her dust, and we got her confirmed. We're going to get a game.
There we go. 623S. Send him to the skies, and Crescendo going to get the first game on the board for grand finals here.
Yeah. Like, was in a real precarious spot because could have gone down 2-0 early, and all of a sudden this script has been flipped. 1-1, a lot of a better look if you're Crescendo.
For sure. That 5K doing numbers for ChrisG on the defensive end.
And I like it. Like a little bit of a height difference on the jump, baiting out the air throw. But I ain't saving him right now.
2K2D to break out of that pressure. Now you got yourself in the corner here against Axel. Not something that you really think about with this character, but hey, he does have some stuff that he can throw at you, like a jump back rainwater into Axel Bomber to send you through the wall and send a win into the column of ChrisG.
Oh, for sure. Like, you got somebody that could be that beastly up close. Woo.
Yeah, not letting the foot off of the pedal either, as we already have the Wild Assault being spent to take them corner to corner.
Oh, we got out. Whipped on the rainwater. Crescendo trying to approach in response, and it's going to pay a big chunk of life for it.
Oh, taking the throw here. 5K going to keep Crescendo in the corner. Oh, going to RC unlabeling Crescendo to get the burst.
Yeah, was kind of shocked it connected, but, you know, ChrisG, huge bit of a life lead there to work off of.
Absolutely.
We ain't stressing that.
Not at all. And I know he's sitting very well. He's sitting very pretty right now, being up a game on Crescendo. Things looking a lot better than they were in the previous set against him.
No question. You know, we haven't really seen that same look that Crescendo was able to give, just that wave of pressure. You know, that little bit, maybe honestly too much respect from ChrisG, letting Crescendo kind of just get in and stay in. You know, it's a whole new set.
Yep. Oh, we're still going to find a way to spiral arrow in the face. ChrisG not going to mash on it this time.
Oh! Good call. Just finding that space in the air that ChrisG couldn't cover, and then just dive bomb it.
Catching the recovery of the Rensen, but not going to be able to get caught or avoid getting caught with the low button. ChrisG.
These 2K2Ds are doing work right now.
Yeah, ChrisG definitely smells a reset. But Crescendo trying not to let that happen, getting the first strike on the board. But Gold Burst, ChrisG wants this thing over.
Yeah, I don't blame him. You know, you can get that reset, not even have to worry about Crescendo getting, you know, a round or a game stolen. Yeah, we'll take that bet.
All right, now we're going to get the spiral arrow on in there, get the plus frames, 2S as a result. Turn it around, spin the super, Ventanilla. I am one with the wind.
Beleza.
And I am the one. Oh, but doesn't commit to the bait, allowing ChrisG to get on out of there, taking the throw, though.
Oh, okay. There we go. Air throw, teched. Crescendo sitting on some bursts, so not too precarious of a situation, but you do have to be careful.
Oh, but you got to wonder if that's just nagging at Crescendo, knowing that he could have had the round there, but just was a little bit too overeager.
Oh, there we go. Got in. You know, it can be so easy to get in your head in that situation, but sometimes the best thing to do is just flip that switch, turn it off.
Yep.
We don't need to think.
Just blocked on the Rensen, enabling Gio to get the run up there.
Okay, that big 2D.
Whoa.
Dog leg.
Going right under there. 5P. Just a little bit of jabs here going on in there with the dash blocks. Crescendo just getting a little bits of hits, but able to get on in there.
The movement looking good, though. Okay, downstairs again. The lows working for Crescendo's favor now.
Yeah, that Wild Assault against a character like Gio, it can be very scary to block, and you're seeing ChrisG sort of waver on the defensive end there.
And more plus options.
My gosh, but I think he could have just let the regular throw go without getting the PRC, or he might have just messed up.
Possible.
6P, just gonna hold the block. Aerial, but gets the counter hit on the 5P, enabling it to link in the 2K. Crescendo still in it to win it.
Yep. And, I mean, what did I say? We didn't want ChrisG not wanting Crescendo to find a way to steal a round, a game. And we've gone right around and done that.
Oh, popping Gold Burst, just laying all the cards on the table, trying to get the resources that he can in terms of meter.
That's going to have to pay dividends here. You know, you got your reversal, like if you need it. You've got your damage. To
great.
kind of have that meter lead early probably works out pretty well. That's crucial.
Yeah, but it allows you to cover different options, being able to PRC as well, get yourself out of harm's way. But on the flip side, you don't get burst. So if Geo tags you with a good button, it can send you flying.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Gonna burn that RC.
Oh, counter hit on the 214K, though. This is going to hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, but not going to spend super. Just
Okay.
going to opt to go for the 214K through the window.
Fair enough. Is at least gonna see, this meter build. And,
Not biting on the rainwater. Did Chris G
What?
hit a button? I don't know. He might have still been in recovery or something, but he got hit with the Ventanilla to close out the round. Tournament point here for Crescendo.
put those educated feet to good use.
Oh, gold burst on out of there again. Chris G just doing whatever he can to get Gio away, but it's not seeming to work because he's just wild assaulting on in there.
Oh, and it crossed up
Chavez
again.
Sepultra. Ah! So much damage going to get thrown out of the run-up.
Oh, I like it. Crescendo was like just dashing up, trying to tease a response.
Oh, nice using it to slow it down to identify the run-up 5K.
Oh.
6P, but you're going to get 6
On
feet
deck.
in. Oh,
Dust!
Tap
That's
Dust!
gonna do
Tap
it.
Dust into the super. That is going to be how Crescendo wraps up Grand Finals 3-2 over Chris G with just a good, reliable Tap Dust on the part of Gio. My goodness gracious.
And it's going to be JD Crescendo, your first ever of all time.
Woo!
Max mode champion.
Woo!
Guilty Gear Strive, and god dang, that's a way to do it too.
Man, you're telling me.
Yep.
We saw everything from just holding it down on the defensive end to the true to form, overwhelming strike throw offense that just put so many people in his path, in his bracket. Just, it just opened up the world for him and enabled him to just tag people and just carry them either across the screen to get that wall break or just have just a mountain of damage.
Yeah. And honestly, that was real impressive to answer back in that grand finals like that. To be on the ropes, to be kind of just an inch away from being 2-0 down and answer back like that. Yeah. That's a solid player, right?
Absolutely.
Is what that is.
Yeah, we knew Crescendo was a different breed, but he proved it definitely there. He's got that, for pun intended, he got that dog inside of him. He got that dog in him. He got that dog in him.
I like it.
Yep.
I like it. Sounds good. Yeah, we're going to pay the bills, get some ads going. But